Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. This is our Christmas special or holiday special, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody there. We've got 4 Christmas games for you today that are 100% Christmas, and there's no argument about that. Before we get into all of that, we've got a few quick announcements. GDQ 2023 Online is coming up. It's going to be January 8th to 15th. Prize submissions are open from now until December 30th, so you only got a few days left. Be sure to get those in if you're looking for it. Go to gamesdonequick.com for more information on that. As well, the schedule for Frost Fatales 2023, GDQ's next all-women speedrunning event, is out right now. You can use Frost in chat to learn more. With all that said, we have our first Christmas game today, Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza. We've got PMC Trilogy here. How you doing, PMC?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited for this run because it is very different than it was the last time you ran this.
Yeah, so this is if you've seen this speedrun before, I want you to know that it's probably changed since the last time you saw it. We discovered that you can fly in ladders with you can fly in levels with ladders. So that'll be a treat.
I am super excited for this.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get it rolling then. So time will start. It's going to start when I hit the difficulty selection here. Again, folks, just to clarify, this is Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza. This is a 2002 first-person shooter. It is not Die Hard Vendetta. It is not on any consoles. This is a PC-only game. It's a Lithtech engine game. So, and it pretty closely follows the plot of the movie. So we're going to recreate a lot of the famous scenes from the movie. And then we'll take it from there. So let's go ahead and go 3, 2, 1, go. So of course, if we're following the movie, we got to fly into LA to go to Holly's holiday office party. Argyle drives us to Nakatomi Plaza. And normally, if you're playing this game casually, you would have to look up what floor Holly's office party is on. But John McClane can clip through doors. So he clips through the elevator door, and the elevator knows which way to go. Takes us immediately to the holiday party. A few more scenes of people doing normal things at the holiday party as suddenly the terrorists show up. You might be wondering what's up with that door clip. The trick to the door clip is that the trick with the door clip is why isn't there any dialogue playing?
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right. That was unusual. Don't worry about it. Everything here is fine. This game has never done anything weird in my life ever.
Why didn't you stop?
All right, good. Everything's normal. So anyway, whenever you go into the corner of a door frame, between the door frame and the door, you are able to sprint into the door frame, and that causes you to clip through the door if you're standing at the right angle. And when I say right angle, I do not mean a right angle. I mean the right angle, which is to say just off of a right angle. This is an axe. We're going to cause some accidents that nobody will suspect anything. So the reason we bring the axe, we used to bring the axe because it was necessary for some tricks. We do it now just because it's kind of quicker to do those one-hit kills on those particular gentlemen. All right, so there's a few ways to do this part here. This man's gonna run over. If we were able to get in front of him, we could actually use him to push us closer to the exit. I'm gonna take a safe strat for the marathon here, or for the showcase, where I'm going to use a cutscene kill and then pick up some health. That just, you can actually run up to him and shoot him with headshots, but of course, there is a chance that he will just destroy you. Now we're creating the part, of course, we're creating the ho-ho machine gun part, which is most important. And then make a comment about his shoes. And off we go, on to the next level. I should mention that the only original movie actor who reprises their role in this film is Reginald VelJohnson, who is the cop that phones in. Everyone else is just sort of pretending, to be Alan Rickman or Bruce Willis. All right, let's show off some new tech here. So I'm going to quick save and press up at the same time, and then eventually I will be able to fly. Usually this can happen after a few times. There we go. So I fly by holding down spacebar, which effectively I'm jumping off of the ladder. But since I'm never leaving the ladder, I'm just sort of flying. You really, just how it works. We're gonna do a little clip here. The clipping is a little weirder, so we're not in a state where we can clip. I'm going to crouch while still on the ladder, and then I'll move over a bit, and then I'm going to look down, realize where I am, and hopefully that'll pop me up like this, and now I can fly out of bounds and go straight to the exit.
Oh my.
They're pretty good time. Pretty good time. John McClane's learning a few new tricks.
They'll be here soon.
This fence here, in a different version of this level, has a door. Because they didn't fix it correctly for this version of the level, we're able to just clip through that fence.
A medical kit.
But yeah, generally we can only clip through doors. There are some exceptions for things that are like, I don't know, pseudo doors. Doors in spirit. Doors in holiday spirit. But yeah, a lot of the speedrun is just clipping through doors. It's pretty common in this game for the beginning of a level to be near the exit of a level. So often when it's convenient, we'll clip through a door and then clip straight out to the, just walk out to the exit. All right, so this next part is pretty fun. We're going to recreate the bit where John is hiding in the vents and he's going to say,
We'll get together, have a few laughs. Now I know what a TV dinner feels like.
Now he knows what a TV dinner feels like. We're going to go ahead. So there's a trick here that is extremely inconsistent that you can do where you can just sort of pop out of bounds. Okay. All right. I did it again. I've been having incredible luck with this recently, and I don't know why. Now I just have to get back in bounds, which is always the trick with this. All right, there you go. So, anyway, that didn't actually save that much time, but it was swag, so I did it live.
Shoot him.
I mean, that's the most important strat, right?
That is the most important thing. All right, so in order to activate the end sequence of this level, we do have to kill everyone, including the guys in the first two rooms, and then, of course, this guy. This is naturally the sequence with the fight on the table, and this, of course, is the man that we have to throw out the window in order to get Reginald Lavelle Johnson's attention. So we do that. This game has a few types of cutscenes that we need to skip. There's like regular cutscenes, there's those walkie-talkies, and there's also other random walkie-talkies. When we know where a walkie-talkie is coming up, we can jump into the walkie-talkie activation, so that way we continue moving forward while pulling out the walkie-talkie. Save's just like it's a very, very tiny time save. This is like the thinnest door frame that we clip through, so this is probably the hardest one. When people are like learning this game, this is usually the one they have trouble with, and even you can tell. Compared to other doors, it takes a few tries if you don't have it immediately lined up correctly. Oh, I'm seeing people ask questions about the gauges on stream. So I will. We have some good time to explain this right now, because right now we're about to do an escort section. So I should mention first though, I activated Short John. Short John is a glitch state where you crouch into an area that you can't stand up in and then just walk out of it. And I am now I'm standing right now, but I'm short. And so it makes me move faster. It's just kind of convenient for this section of the game. But anyway, about the gauges. So there are 3 gauges. The heart gauge is your regular health. That's just your normal health. The lung gauge is your stamina. So that's like I'm using up stamina when I'm running. I should mention that the whole time I'm actually like pulsing shift so that I don't use up all my stamina. Like keep my stamina pretty fresh. The brain gauge, allegedly has to do with enemy AI, but what that actually means practically, I don't really know. It's described in the manual, but like what does that mean? No idea. I don't know. It's just it is what it is. It doesn't have a bearing on the speedrun, so we can just speculate on what it means.
I thought it was gonna be like a sanity meter. I was like, I don't remember this being a horror game slash movie.
For some people, the holidays are a horror movie, so it's it is what it is, right? That's a popular trend.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure someone's playing Cthulhu Saves Christmas, so that might be on brand.
Somebody is, so you're not wrong.
All right, you can pretty much always defeat flashbangs by just looking away. Some people would get stunned by a flashbang, but not me. I'm built different. This man is driving a forklift, but he is not forklift certified, so he is simply going to die. Right, yeah, there we go. And when he dies, he pushes the barrels out of the way, and we're able to grab some barrels. So the guys who are shooting at me, if I killed them, more enemies would spawn and unlock that door for me. But of course, locked door is not a problem for John McClane. So we are able to. Oh, I messed that up. Ignore me. All right. This door down here has a cutscene behind it, so we're going to clip through it. It's unlocked, but it's still faster to clip through if you're able to clip through quickly than having to skip the cutscene and deal with the fade in, fade out. They also, in that cutscene, it's some Germans making fun of American football, so obviously can't tolerate that stuff. Imagine watching soccer, not me.
Yeah, I've never watched soccer.
But yeah, at this point, we're going to do just another level. Again, this is a level we're supposed to walk around and find a combination to a door. This door here has a door code on it, but a huge door frame, so it's super easy to clip through. And we move on with our lives. This is another example of a door that is unlocked, but because we clip through it, not only do we skip enemy spawns, but also there is a dude standing behind that second door. And since he doesn't spawn, it's easy to walk through. Yep, there we go. Get both of those guys. And then I'm scraping against this wall because it will activate the spawn for these gentlemen. And obviously I need them to unlock that so I can get down here. Okay, so more flying time. This is, does John McClane know how to fly? Absolutely. There we go. Second try. See, again, it's very random, but thankfully, it's a quick save, quick load trick. So you're able to repeatedly try it until you want. So anyway, this holiday season, we're going to respect the pipe. We're going to insert ourselves into this pipe. It changes our physical properties so that we can fly through the ceiling. And now we just fly straight to the exit. And here's the exit, and we click it, and we're out. Merry Christmas.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, no, this is a powerful speed run for sure. All right, that man has a gun that I want. Thank you. There's a little bit of ammo management going on in this game because we have some special ammo that we need for certain things that we want it for. So we try to go out of our way to kill a certain few enemies and pick up ammo. Yeah, could you imagine how short Die Hard would be if John McClane could fly, Be wild.
Somebody in chat was joking about it, but when do we get not the director's cut, but the speedrunners cut?
Yeah, no, that would be, someone's got to answer that call. I don't.
All units be advised. Receiving heavy machine gun fire from the fourth floor.
All right, so now we have a run and gun section. We're going to be going down some hallways, shooting some dudes.
Unit 3. Get your asses behind the perimeter. Destroying fire.
General rule here is just that, you want to take people out. That guy had the ammo for the gun that I want, so deal with him. This door is locked. You're supposed to go into an adjacent room to cut around, but as always, shorter to clip through. If you can clip through it. Again, what you're looking for there is like just off of 90 degrees is the idea. And then the game, panics and tries to place you outside of that, so you don't get like crushed by the door.
18 and 30. We need paramedics at the south perimeter. Damn it, people, stay down!
All right, we got a little mini boss here. A man in the machine gun nest. We're gonna try and quick kill him. Nah. Going for headshots there. Obviously failed. So we went for the normal kill. He drops this machine gun, and we use this to blast our way out. The muzzle flare on this is so big that I absolutely cannot see what I'm shooting at. Great gun, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's probably still there, right?
Yeah, it's probably close enough, right? In this level, we're supposed to escort that dude who was cowering in the corner so that he could unlock a door for us, but I think y'all probably know how that's going to go, because turns out we don't need to do any escorting if we can just go through the door ourselves. And there we go. The hardest. What? Okay, John, please. Just the window. But yeah, these 2 levels right here are 2 levels back to back that are escort missions. This is another one where we're supposed to escort a man through a floor that is on fire, which is, and it's just awful because you have to like use fire extinguishers, and the fire extinguishers aren't fun to use. Like no one wants to do that. So here's the deal: opening that door causes that boy to spawn, and that boy immediately arrives at the location. Yeah, there you go. Here comes that boy. And he goes right to that location through the walls. And now we have to wait for him to open a elevator door for us. Sadly, we've tried a few things to speed this up. Like we've tried going through those doors and killing these enemies, but they have it rigged to discourage you from playing around with stuff. So you just have to kill a bunch of enemies. Please enjoy the crosshairs on screen. Don't worry about the sides of the screen or the tearing. It's fine. It's absolutely fine, I promise.
I got it.
All right, so now that he has opened this, we were able to jump past him, and we're able to crouch past the elevator. If we're able to get to the end of the level before he jumps on the elevator, we actually save his life because the cutscene where he dies does not play. doesn't play. So he lived. As far as we're concerned, he lived.
I mean, if we didn't see it happen, it didn't happen, right?
Right. I mean, if it didn't happen, it didn't happen. I think that's a tautology.
Yeah.
There. All right. So this level is called In the Vents, but we clip through a door and we spend 0 time in the vents. Congratulations once again, John McClane. All right. So now we're going to deal with the machine gun, or no, we're going to deal with the throwing the bomb down the elevator shaft. Of course, again, we're recreating famous parts of the movie. We've activated Short John. We got to kill the dudes here. All right, take care of all of them. Cutscene. Walkie-talkie. So, of course, open the door. Throw down the bomb. Say a bad word. If we can clip through this door before the cutscene and back away, we're able to avoid some enemy spawns. Pretty tight timing, but was able to do it there. Pretty happy with that. And then hitting X here allows you to break out of this dialogue. And then we can just go straight through the door they open, which locks when it closes. And then we're going straight to the end of the level, and we don't say anything. There is a term for that, for not talking to the police, but I'm not saying it out loud. So we do that. We go straight to the end of the level, and we continue on to more people who want to fight John McClane, which is very rude. We are going to finally meet, we're going to meet Hans Gruber. We don't know he's Hans Gruber, of course. He's going to tell us, actually, what is the name? What does he call himself in the movie? I always forget it. He's going to say it in a second. Someone's probably screaming at me. Oh my God, how could you forget? What is it?
Who are you? Are you one?
All right, whatever. Right? We don't have time to find out. Ah, geez. Okay. All right. So anyway, this is this part of the game where we recreate the shoot the glass scene, but door clips. Bill Clay. Thank you, Chad. You've rescued me. How could I forget Bill Clay? What a memorable name. But anyway, our feet are fine. Our feet are definitely not going to get bloody. Everything here is okay. Actually,
you can't even see your feet, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, as it turns out, our feet are now bloody, mysteriously, between levels. Truly regrettable, but such is life. This is like the one level where we actually have to walk all the way around the level because the door that separates us from the end of the level is like it does not have a proper door frame, so we cannot clip through the door. Very sad.
It's just like a door, no frame. That's weird.
Yeah, well, so it has like these like weird glass edges. We're gonna revisit this because when we actually would do this, if you were playing this game casually, you would redo this sequence twice. We have a way to skip it the second time, though. A very, very exciting method, which I am very, very excited to share. Because you've seen before, when I've done the flying glitches, in order to do the out-of-bounds parts, I've had to insert myself. Like I have to like rub up against things to change my physical properties. Folks, if you want to try this out at home, you can do this at home. You can just stand on your toilet, jump onto the toilet. Yeah, maybe. John, I know you can jump onto this toilet, please. Oh my God. John on the John, come on. All right. All right, I need to actually regen stamina. If you go up against the wall and mash to the left or right into the wall, it'll regen. There we go. Okay. So anyway, once you jump onto your toilet, crouch on the toilet, and rub up against the toilet paper, and it'll change your physical properties. And then go into the corner, crouch into the corner, think about the exit. Think about the exit a lot, and then exit. So there you go. All right. So anyway, now we're gonna do just some normal living, normal shooting glass, running through it. I mean, honestly, if John were gonna get his feet stabbed by glass, he would do it in this level. In this game, it is better to jump and run than it is to run and jump. That'll get you up onto this door and allow you to clip through these and go to the exit. Remember, jump and run. Don't run and jump.
You're just clipping through like lasers. I assume they're alarmed, but
so those lasers are for show because you're not supposed to be able to get up there. I think that's what the deal is. I honestly forget. I've not played this game casually in a hot minute. In this next sequence, I'm gonna get stuck on a stairwell. Okay. In this next sequence, there is a door that we need to get open. It's not open at this time. There's a few ways to do this. It's very difficult to clip through the door like a normal door clip. So you can change your physical properties and go through it, or you could just activate that trigger, which will cause someone to open the door. I usually just go for, opening the door. It's usually I find that to be the easiest. So now someone opened that door for me, and I'm able to go to the next part, into this elevator shaft. That is the end of that. All right, but yeah, so anyway, we got like 50 seconds on this elevator. So I hope everyone's having a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, a fine die-hard Christmas for everyone. Good to be here. I've not successfully recreated the jumping on a toilet and crouching and changing my physical properties in real life yet, but I'm working on it. But yeah, if you're unfamiliar with this game, so this game is actually the first. This game was the first commercial release of Piranha Games, who's the studio that now makes MechWarrior Online and MechWarrior 5. So they've gone some places in their careers. And I think this game started out as like a mod it was either like a build engine or a gold source mod, and then ended up as a commercial release being a Lithtech game. Good old Lithtech. It always works. There is actually now a third clip to skip this section of the game, but it only came out like yesterday, so I've not learned it yet. You still have to see me run around and shoot a bunch of dudes.
But the next time you see this game,
yeah, the next time, hopefully I'll figure this out. So, because when you start this level, there's a ladder right behind you, so you're able to use that to activate flying and then clip out of bounds from there.
Damn.
All right, so now we need to kill Carl. Carl's not happy about that. You do have to kill these enemies to exit, so we gotta grab them real quick. And we're out of here. For the final roof sequence of the game. This is gonna be another door where there is a cutscene. It is unlocked, but there's a cutscene behind it, so it is faster to just clip through quickly. You can clip here for some reason. I don't know why, but it works. So you just clip through the fence and then grab the fire hose, and you recreate that part of the movie where John McClane jumps off the roof with the fire hose.
let me die.
All right, so we use the force of the machine gun to knock ourselves back, and we get in. Okay, good. I was doing a practice run just now, and I like fell out of there 5 times in a row. but Christmas is saved. I was able to get in the window. Thank goodness. All right, we got onto the second to last level. This one's gonna be another run and gun level. We're gonna take, pull our shots, have a bunch of enemies chasing us through the whole thing. So this door right here is unlocked, but there is an enemy that spawns behind it that is very deadly, and we don't want any part of that. So clipping through prevents the spawn. Whenever we see undefined on screen, that's me quick saving, but Windows has messed up the window title for the game. And so it just flashes undefined on screen because it's the window title. Don't worry about it. All right. Video games.
Fantastic.
All right, there's Hans. He's upset. Understandable. So now we get on to the final boss sequence, and you're like, what's the final boss of this game going to be like? It's going to be, this is literally the least fun thing in the whole game. So we have to shoot Hans in the head 8 times, but only during certain animations.
Oh.
So, okay, there we go. We shoot him twice, and he moves. And then we have to take care of these 2 guys. He'll wait for us, so we're not like time sensitive on the phases. But of course, if you're speedrunning this, you want to get those 2 before before going on to you want to do the first phase as soon as possible. Of course, he has a few different animations. That is the best one because he usually does them quickly in succession.
He's got a really impressive invisible helmet.
Oh yeah. And bam, and yeah. So again, that's another animation that she uses. He also just kind of bumps that shelf out of the way. We can't move that shelf, but Hans can move that shelf easy peasy. But yeah, we have now shot him in the head 6 times. We got to shoot him 2 more times. Time will end when the cutscene of him falling out the window happens. So that will be time. But yeah, this is Dire Nakatomi Plaza. This is a 2002 first-person shooter. Unfortunately, it is not available via digital distribution, so you just have to go out there into the wilds and find a copy. And there's some of them floating around. So, but yeah, there's a few of us who run this game. I definitely recommend it. It's a pretty good time. Obviously, very festive. And bam, and time. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hans fell from the window. It is not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls out of the window, and that is Dire Nakatomi Plaza. So, thank you for having me. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and
thank you for being here. That speedrun looked awesome.
Yeah, no, it's a fun run. There's a lot of good, I mean, obviously the door clips are fun. The new stuff is fun. The changing your physical properties by like touching objects is a good time, and it's just fun. It's good, enjoyable. So. Happy to share.
Yeah, thank you so much for being on. Do you have anything else you want to share before we go to the next game?
I'm gonna do a quick self plug. I'm gonna be running Armored Core at GDQ 2023. So if you're an Armored Core fan, be sure to know where that is in the schedule. I'll see you at GDQ.
Yeah, absolutely. Be sure to check that out. AGDQ January 8th to 15th.
John McClane, I presume.
With that said, thank you again so much, EMC. This was a great run. I'm so happy you could be here to show this off.
I'm awesome. Delighted to share it. Please, whenever anyone needs me to share Die Hard, I am happy to do so.
Take good care of him.
With that being said, we do have 3 more Christmas games today, so we are going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with the next Christmas game. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Games Done Quick Hotfix. This is our holiday Christmas special, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody, and also Merry Grinchmas to everybody, because we have the Grinch. I am joined by a longtime friend and a former speedrunner of this game, Eggplant. How are you doing, Eggplant?
Hi, I'm good. And don't forget that you're also joined by the ghosts of Grinchmas past.
I am also joined by the Grinch, who is definitely being green screened, as well as me, who is wearing a Grinch shirt and definitely being green screened. Sorry, friends. Alright. I am good to go. Are you ready, Eggplant?
Oh, I'm ready.
Alright. Time is arbitrary. It's gonna be weird because it starts in, like, a delayed time, so I'll try to call it. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to hit this. I'm not going to hit whatever. Time starts now. So this is The Grinch. This is based off of the 2000 Jim Carrey movie. There are a lot of movie tie-ins for sure, and there are definitely not only one.
Yeah, I mean, saying it's based off the movie is kind of misleading. Like, the mayor is definitely from the movie, but I don't know if anything else is.
Not getting game sound. That's interesting. Yeah, we have had this, haven't we? How do I fix that for you? We might restart, friends, because I need to get game.
To access the next room, please identify yourself with the breath analyzer.
An anti-who tool for which no blueprints exist.
Oh no.
The smelly Grinch breath which cannot be missed.
And the gunshot from the city. Switch.
The chat is saying they have sound and it's very quiet.
Another one, the other one. Could go to break. Give me 2 seconds.
Cannot be missed. It appears.
There should definitely be sound now. Cool. Alright. Minor technical difficulties. Alright. Time starts in like 4 seconds. I guess I should pick the controller up. I'm actually running time.
Okay, yeah.
I'm still on my webcam. This is a great show, folks. This is a great show. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not restarting. This is fine.
All right.
As nothing but professional here on the Games Done Quick Hotfix, folks.
The strength of the Grinch is a
Yeah, so starting over again. At the beginning of the game, they show you some of the things the Grinch can do to get through the game. They don't show you all of them, and they never will.
Thanks.
No. we miss out on some things. Some of them are our fault. A lot of them aren't.
Nope.
Press the action button to call.
So this game is like it's like a collect-a-thon kind of game, but you're not really collecting anything. It's more of a destruct-a-thon. You're just being the Grinch, going around ruining the Who's lives in different places around the Who world. So we're entering Whoville now, the first place.
It's way down
And
Whoville.
in each place, there's a bunch of missions we have to do. But we only need to do 3 of them to progress to the next area.
Who grown-ups and children alike?
So we'll just
The
go through
mission
doing the 3
was
missions
the Grinch's
and
to-do list.
move on.
There's kind of a lot going on in Whoville, so there's like, oh, I missed this. There's like no way to talk about all of it, because there's just like so little game. Oh my god, I missed it twice. Never. If I screw everything up, there's a lot of time to talk about it. So this is like a 20-ish second skip where we skip all of the swinging, which is also one of the times where we're supposed to learn about something and we skip it, because we're going to skip the cutscene that would tell us how to swing by doing 2 very precise jumps. Well, it's not even very precise, just 2 jumps that skip it.
Yeah, so we stole the painter's paintbrush. We're painting the mayor's campaign posters. We're also breaking the snowmen. And the last thing we do in this level is ruining the Christmas mail.
Oh. Sometimes I get that first try, and sometimes I don't. Falling's like not the end of the world. So up here, I'm going to be setting up a very precise set of movement that'll allow us to get into this area without sneaking or getting frozen. Because normally, we used to just run at him and get frozen, and that sucked. But now, basically, if you trigger the guard waking up and then you wait like half a second, the AI is programmed to shoot you if you ran straight at them, so by delaying a second, they just miss completely. This is amazing rotten egg luck. So this jump skips the hardest jump in the game. It also was not found by speedrunners. So in the speedrunning community, there's something called Mystery Tournament, which is basically, it's just a bunch of speedrunners who blind race games, and then whoever is the fastest wins the race. I submitted this to like Mystery Tournament 6 or 7, like 6 or 7 years ago now, and there was like 8 people in the race. And out of all 8 people, 4 of them had to figure out how to jump on the kid's head to be able to progress, because the other jump is so difficult they could not figure it out. Basically, this happens in a lot of different areas in this game, but the camera angle will like make pixels appear or disappear. So if you're not looking at exactly the right angle on that jump, the Grinch will just continuously slam his head into that ledge because there's extra pixels there that aren't supposed to be there.
Another one! Yeah, Grinch!
So we have pretty much all of the other missions done in this area. We've only got the mail and one more picture. This area here is on a cycle, so assuming I don't waste too much time, I should always be able to go through and not, like, have to wait a cycle. The security system in this area is very strange because the buttons to unlock the doors are inside the doors. So I'm not really sure how who's get in.
You know, they've got like keys or something.
So right here, you say I can just run right through. Actually, I'm fairly certain I was like a frame off of being caught there because I cut in too quick, but yeah, you know, it's fine. What's a casual 10-second time loss?
I mean, you know, as long as the cameras don't see you, you're good, so.
And yeah. If I do get caught here, I just, like, get sent back to the beginning, so it's not the end of the world. It's just really unfortunate. So now that was Cindy Lou Who from the movie, right? I mean, I guess Cindy Lou Who's also in everything. So it's I'm gonna do something dumb. All right.
You did it.
That should save like 2 seconds over anything else.
Nice. Yeah, Cindy Lou Who from the movie, the mayor from the movie, Whoville from the movie, and then the movie ends.
Yeah, that's it, right? That's the entire movie.
Another thing that was skipped at the beginning was we saw in the cutscene that gets skipped, all of the Grinch's inventions, blueprints get blown and scattered throughout the worlds. So Church is going to collect the blueprints for some of the tools that he needs to be able to beat the game. But collecting the blueprints isn't enough. You also have to solve this puzzle where you line them up correctly.
So the way those puzzles work is each blueprint on the map is always the same piece. So like that piece right there behind the pipe that you just saw, it will always be the same piece of the puzzle. So if we pick the pieces up in the same order every time, they'll always be in the same spot. The only difference is their rotation.
It's coming down.
I guess it also is. I think I said it was PC at the beginning, but there are some differences in the runs. Like in the, I assume also in the Dreamcast. I'm not 100% sure, but at least in the PlayStation version, we can actually control Max with the analog sticks without having to switch over to him. So it's really noticeable in this level. Normally, I would have Max do a bunch of extra stuff while I was running out as the Grinch that I'm not able to do now.
Yeah, like he can go around and collect eggs from those weird plant things and get the blueprints and stuff.
He's also like, there are a few areas where we have very specific movements set up so that we can have him go grab blueprints and stuff like that. I wasted some of these. Pick this up. We didn't really talk about ammo. So these eggplants that I'm picking up are ammo. They can spawn in 1, 3, and 5. 1 is bad, obviously. 5 is good. If they spawn and you don't touch them after a while, they will grow into the next size. I jumped early somehow. Whoops. I did it again. You know what I did is I screwed myself because we have the PlayStation version upstairs and I was doing practice runs on it, and the timing for jumps is different, so I have completely ruined my muscle memory.
Yeah, since the eggs are used as ammo for all of the tools, it's important to make sure you have enough eggs to power the tools or in the early parts of the game. Eventually, there's a spot where we get so many eggs that it doesn't matter anymore.
At least in the any % run. In the 100% run, you just always need eggs.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've never seen the 100% for this game, so...
Yeah. That's... But yeah, in any %, like, you don't need as many eggs. I'm gonna mess this up.
The bees!
I'm gonna mess this up.
Oh, yeah, so the missions in this level that we do, we're melting the trees with our bad breath, dropping beehives into the Who houses, and then putting glue in the snow machine.
That second time should have gone. I'm like... There we go.
For a lot of the houses, you're supposed to only be able to put the beehive in them once you have the rocket. That one, it's pretty slow to go back up there again. So there's a glitch where...
Let me jump.
Oh no.
There we go.
There's a glitch where you jump on top of the circle thing. It's very thin. You can get on it somehow, and then onto the house.
It requires a very specific camera angle too. Otherwise, like the pixels from before I was talking about, like if you're not looking a certain way, the pixels don't exist.
And right there, Church used a death warp to get back to the beginning of the level so that he wouldn't have to walk the whole way back.
Oh, there we go. What I've done is screwed this up.
You got there. So now with the rocket spraying, we can go back and finish off Who Forest.
I think I'm at like 19 eggs, so I should be fine. Not that any of these spawns have stayed spawned. In the second run through of this, a lot of the egg spawns just like don't like staying loaded. I'm at 16. That's you know, could be better. This is kind of like if you're going for like PB or world record attempts, this level is kind of what decides it. It's like if you have enough eggs here, you're good, and if not, you probably aren't getting the PB or the world record. That being said, my PB I actually do run out of eggs, so I'm at 6, which isn't great. This spawned. Alright, assuming the other 2 spawns don't despawn, I should be good here. Because I need 4 off of here. And there's like 5 to pick up. I'm gonna pick this up after just to be safe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is another like camera angle thing. That puff of smoke there, if I didn't pause and wait for that puff of smoke to happen, the block of glass or ice would respawn when I went up there. And the reason I set up for that angle down there is because I can just send Max, and Max is quicker. Otherwise, I would have to run over and pick it up. Alright. Assuming this jump doesn't screw me, I am good. It actually did not, so...
Alright, nice.
Yeah, Grinch.
I just need to not mess up the other jump, and then if that doesn't happen, then we're all good.
Alright, trees melted.
Actually, I'm 1 off, which is still fine, because there should be a spawn behind us. There we go. There's a bunch of different eggs around me, I just need the one, so I can get this one, I can send Max down. I had options. Also, we didn't really talk about it. That ledge that I just jumped up is the second hardest jump in the game. Because if you don't swing your camera angle out, the Grinch will just slam into the ledge and fall.
While most Grinch growl.
Sure, but that's also not... Wait, you're talking about the jump onto the house, right?
What's that?
But you're talking about the jump onto the house?
No, right before the house. Crossing the ledge.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
No, getting onto the house is easy.
Yeah, the second hardest jump with casual expectation.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're on to my favorite level, the Who Dump.
The dumps is...
This is actually really fun. So, there is technically a skip in here that is actually kind of in the last level. Anybody who's played this game casually is going like, hey, don't you need the slime shooter in those buildings that you just, Oh my god, I missed. you just beehived? And my answer is no, I don't. And you'll see why eventually.
So in this level, the missions we have are connecting the pipes, shaving the dumps keeper, and collecting the pizza from these pizza birds.
It also introduces this special ammo, these red eggs. I did not mean to jump up on this side. So these red eggs can only kill... Sorry, robots can only be killed by these nitro eggs. We can only have 5 of them, and they are special spawns. They do not persist through screen transitions either.
In the Who Dump, there's a few sections of this level, and they're separated by these electric fence barriers. You just hit the switch, get through them.
Weird stopping point.
What?
No, sorry. This is just like the position I stopped at was really weird. Normally I'm like on the left side, and I just like stopped on the right side. I was like, all my angles are wrong now. Because of the way, like, so the way the controls are in this, a lot of the movement when you're speedrunning is just like positional, and then you know like how many presses on the D-pad you need to do. And I was just like on the completely wrong side. I was like, this is not how I do it at all. This is terrible.
So,
God.
So if you've been paying attention, all the pipes that we've linked so far have been like the spinning Grinch spin technique. That one you had to shoot. There's like a couple odd ones out. I think it's bad game design. I think Church agrees.
You can like make an argument for the ones that are shooting, because there is. So that one, that one right there is like, eh. There is another one inbounds that you kind of are like, okay, I can see it. And then the one in the rat area is just terrible. I think it is bad.
It's so different.
So this one here.
Yeah, actually, when I was playing the game casually, it took me forever to find this pipe.
It's just so weird.
It's not remotely the same size as the other 9 pipes. The action you have to do on it is just completely different.
Basically your only hope is that you just kind of randomly stumbled into it and decided to figure out what it did. But depending on which, your angle when you're looking at it, you can just not realize it's pushed out at all, and then just leave it.
Alright, so here comes that skip Church was talking about earlier. This is the slime shooter skip. So if you put Max out on the minefield and position him right under this platform, the platform never lands correctly, and the robot just won't shoot at you. So
there is technically a jump I could do here that saves a little bit of time, but I was low on eggs, so I wanted to just go for the egg spawn instead.
Hmm.
This area here, like this entire minefield area, is actually incredibly difficult to do. I have literally spent hundreds of hours practicing those jumps, because they are really tight.
Yep. Church making it look easy. So now that we have the scissors, we're gonna sneak up here and shave the dump keeper. And of course, we took off his face as well.
Somebody in chat asking, why is there a minefield in the dump? There are a lot of questionable decisions in the design of the Who's day-to-day lives. I don't know. And I don't know what Who is jumping across those mattresses to get to work each day, but... I mean, clearly the dump supervisor. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. I zoomed out too quickly and the shot didn't register. Oh, that was a weird jump. Did I get that? No, I didn't. So if you manage to land on the button and get electrocuted at the same time, you actually save, like, all of the movement walking, because it lands you, like, exactly on where you need to shoot up. So this part of the run is now, like, the most time loss possible in a run. Because there are 3 tricks, like, right in a row that all save a really decent amount of time, and if you miss them, it just kind of sucks. So this first one here is probably the one I'm least likely to get. I need to pick up this piece of pizza and pull the frame at the same time. And I missed it. If I miss it too many times, it just ends up not being worth it anyway, so...
I say, shocking. I'm deeply sorry. It always happens.
If I had done it correctly, we would have skipped this cutscene, which is a great cutscene, to be perfectly honest, so it would be... You know, it's bad to skip it, but it's time saved, so you know.
And you didn't forget the lever this time?
I did not forget the lever. I forgot the lever every time I practice and miss that cutscene. I missed the second cutscene skip. If I hit first person zoom, the first frame possible before the cutscene, I can skip this entire cutscene. Fortunately, I did not get that one. This one, if I miss, I just kind of redo it, because I forget the pattern for actually doing this properly. But basically, we can phase this box into us if we pick it up and then switch gadgets at the same time. Oh, this is going to be a bad setup. So there is a sleigh part in here that we would have to revisit later. But if I just do this... Oh my god, it worked. And first try. Okay. I mean, that's the important one to get, so... I'm now stuck in here, so I have to save...
Yep. That's saving and quitting. It's a hard technique.
Where is my cursor? What the... There we go. Yeah. Hello, go in the pipe. Alright. Out of there, yeah. Get to our next gadget.
Yeah, normally you have to visit each level twice, at least, in order to get the sleigh part. But with that little skip, don't have to go to Who Dump anymore. And the sleigh parts get used for the final boss fight.
Yeah.
That's right, this game has boss fights. So now we're at the... What is this? Who Campgrounds?
Who Lake, yeah. Who Campgrounds.
Oh, Who Lake, of course. This is where you find the Who Scouts. And the missions here are putting porcupine thistles in the shorts that are hanging up, squashing the tents, and then drilling holes in the boats.
Come on. Here's our first boss fight. I don't know why I jumped there. There we go. This gentleman has clothes, and we want those clothes. So we're going to mug him. There's 3 cycles. If I get too close before he starts reloading, he'll just slap me away, and that wastes a bunch of time. Oh. No, I jumped like a second too early.
He bopped you.
Oh, come on. This blows. There we go.
You moosed.
Don't do that, apparently. Don't jump a second early. I'm gonna try for 4. You know what? I'm gonna try for 5 live on GDQ. I didn't even get 4.
Nope.
Okay.
So, in order to get the porcupine thistles, you shoot the porcupine, and it'll drop thistles. If you collect the thistles and, like, bump into the porcupine before it runs away, it'll drop even more thistles. So, it's possible to get 4, certainly. I'm pretty sure I've gotten 5 before, but
You're the only one who's gotten 5.
I haven't been able to recreate it. And the arrangement of the shorts, there's 10 of them, and they're in 3-2, 3-2. So if we could get 5, it would be really good. But 4 doesn't do anything. So the fact that I can't get 5 ever is kind of upsetting.
Yeah. I mean, and the annoying part is that it happened once, so we know it can happen. I missed that tent entirely. There we go. I messed up in a practice run the other day, and I missed a tent, and I just spent like 5 minutes trying to find it. Like, how do you miss a tent?
Amazing. Alright, yeah, just swing over here, get the last couple tents, this blueprint.
Intentionally land on that present.
Yeah. Presents.
Almost got the shot. I can't. Apparently, I don't know how to do 4 anymore, despite the fact that I literally was doing it the other day.
Yeah, so you have to collect it before... You have to collect a thistle before you run into him.
Yeah.
Or, like, while you're running into him or something.
So, there are a lot of differences. They're not really intentional differences. They're just kind of like port differences between the PlayStation and the PC. One of the differences is a really big difference. Is I can do this and not worry about soft locking the game. In the PC version, in the PlayStation version, I've had that blueprint despawn because I waited and did the cutscene, and then the blueprint was gone. In this version, I can just do that. The reason waiting to get the blueprint is good is because when that blue screen, like, it's like, hey, you got a blueprint. You can't use your gadgets. So it wastes like 5 seconds picking it up, but also, if you don't, you soft block sometimes, so... So this is the... it literally just popped up. I think this is South Shore and the other one's North Shore. But with this this costume on, we lose access to our abilities. our gadgets. We can only double jump. We can't bad breath. I guess we can zoom in, but that's not really helpful.
Yeah, I think it's just the bad breath and the gadgets that you lose. You still have everything else. You can do the spin thing.
I guess, sure, yeah.
You do pushing and pulling.
And I guess, okay, we do have super strength. Not that we use it. No, we do use it.
Yeah, use it right over here.
So this jump here was found by... Oh, never mind. Not that jump. This jump here was found by... I don't know what to call them, a glitch... oh my god, I fell.
Oh no.
I don't know if they're a glitch hunter or just like a jump hunter. They found a bunch of jumps in this game that are really helpful and save a few seconds here and there, but they aren't interested in doing runs, which is, I mean, that's cool. If you just want to play a game and find stuff, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love when people find things in games. They just make the speedrun so cool.
Yeah, like, glitch hunters are an integral part of any community, and if you want to be a glitch hunter and not actually do runs, that's totally cool, and people will appreciate it.
So you just jumped on Max there. That skips a section where there's a part later in the level where you turn Max and you like get skunk paint on Max, and then use that to lure a skunk over here and scare the counselor that's blocking the way.
You do have to do the first part, like sending Max in and getting the paint on him, only because you can't skip the cutscene and you need the blueprint inside, but it skips everything else, and it's way faster, and it's so good.
Yeah, it like lets us change the sequence in which we can do things in this level.
Sorry, could you... I did not quite catch that. Could you say that again?
Oh, I was saying that, like, because of that skip, we can change the sequence that we do things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is a really scary mosquito placement. If it knocks me out of this cutscene, bad things can happen. So, because we don't have bad breath, we don't have anything to deal with these mosquitoes. The only thing that we have to deal with the mosquitoes is, like, there's electric mosquito things set up in specific areas, and we have to lure them towards that. That is the only thing we can do about that. I'm also doing really risky jumps there. If I mess up any of those jumps, I will just completely fall into the water and go back to the start of the level, which wastes so much time and is super bad.
Alright, so now piecing together the last gadget, the marine mobile. It's just the submarine.
I have screwed everything up. There we go.
And then we can do the level revisits to get the sleigh parts. Yeah, that one, okay. I'm glad you found it, because I was struggling to figure out the words to describe that blueprint piece.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything on it. It's facing the wrong way.
That's the problem. Yeah, these controls are terrible. I missed it, that's fine. It's gonna be easier to grab it later. That should be...
Boy, I'm good.
Problem is finding my way out now. Not this way. I forgot it doesn't put you right at the beginning, otherwise I wouldn't have done this.
Oh my god.
Where the hell is the beginning? What the heck?
It's
Gotta be
that
this
way,
way,
right?
right? Yeah. The eel doesn't spawn after you get everything, so I was like, I don't know where I'm going.
Wait, that's
so there's
an
a
eel?
second. What's that?
That's an eel? I thought it was a seahorse.
I think it's called an eel, but it looks like a seahorse. Things look really weird. I don't know what to tell you.
Arbitrary who monster that for some reason can speak to you.
Yeah, But that's the real question, is why is this thing talking to us? There was a second sleigh part to pick up in Who Lake, and we just skipped it. And I'm not going back for it. You can't make me.
It's, for some reason, just not necessary. It's the GPS.
Which is great, because it's literally the worst minigame out of all of these. It sucks. You have to shoot like 15 birds in 10 seconds, and it uses up your ammo, so if you screw up and you run out of ammo, you have to go get more. It's really bad.
Last sleep part.
That's a really tight 1 cycle window. You have to dodge the music note, the kid throwing the snowball, land quickly, and have good aim. And not miss. And then you get grabbed by a kid and it's all terrible. And
Alright, now that we have the sleigh parts, it's time to do what we set out to do. End Santa.
do a jump here, hopefully, thank you, which skips a cutscene, which explains to you what this floor is. There's like a bunch of mini games you can play if you destroy presents. I destroyed like 10 out of 3,000, so I don't get them. So, Eggplant, do you wanna tell them about the practice run that we did the other day?
Yeah, so Santa is a 2-part boss fight where part 1 is like getting the presents that he's trying to deliver into the random like mountains here, and part 2 is shooting him down with your eggs. Yesterday we were doing a practice run, and Santa kind of just like threw a present out of his sleigh onto the ground, just no opportunity for us to pick it up. So that was kind of great.
It was brutal. Like, you're supposed to have a chance, and like, it came out of the sleigh and then told me to restart.
You did it. Now shoot Santa.
Time is coming up soon-ish. Please, time. So, normally, you would like, you know, it's kind of like a showcase, you wouldn't show cutscenes. These cutscenes are, a masterpiece, so we're gonna watch them. The talking's not really the important part so much as the visuals. So you can see the Grinch now has feet that are bigger than Whoville themselves for some reason.
And every time the camera turns, his hands get bigger. It's kind of wild.
He heard a powerful sound.
I've never noticed this before. I think Max is just like a PNG. I don't think he has a model here.
This sounded merry, in spite of his victory.
I mean, there's a lot of things in this scene that are just cardboard cutouts instead of, full models.
The gifts, the clay figures, the socks, the Christmas trees, and the Who's are still happy? How is it so?
The hands just like clip through the body.
I mean, they're so big now. Where else are they gonna go?
The Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Oh, you know what? Maybe Max does have a model.
Didn't come from a store.
Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more.
Fingers are so long.
What is happening to me? Am I having a heart attack? No. I seem to be.
I do not believe this is Jim Carrey, no.
Max, I can feel. Max, I can't. I will say this, Max. I love you and everybody. Yes, even the Who's. Let's go. We must bring them back their gifts.
The best part of the cutscene coming up. There's like 4 kids there. Despite the fact that we saw like 12. Oh, they're all back. Glorious cardboard cutouts.
Merry Christmas, Who's. I'm so sorry to have stolen Christmas. Please forgive me.
We forgive you, Grinch. I know you're a good person.
We've now got Cindy Lou Who clipping through another kid. And this kid, who is clearly not supposed to be in this cutscene.
All ear cutscene.
And then all of them are gone again. There's only 3 people now. Alright, that was the Grinch. This is a fun game. I really like it. There are some things they don't explain to you. Once you figure out, it's a great game.
Yeah, if you can get past the jump in the first level.
If you can get past the hardest jump in the game that people had to jump on a kid's head to progress past. Thank you so much, Eggplant, for being here. It's always awesome having you comment. Oh my god, I can't talk. It's always fun having you here to comment on these. So thanks for taking your time out of your day to comment this.
Yeah, no problem. I enjoy the Grinch, even though I don't play it much anymore. And yeah, it's always fun.
One day I'll convince you on this again. All right. Do you have anything you want to say before we move on to the next game?
Yeah, just happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I don't know.
Thank you so much, Eggplant, for being here. We do have more games coming up, so we're going to switch over to those. Thank you, everybody, for watching The Grinch. I don't know why I'm saying it like I'm not going to be back. I'm going to be back. I'm the host. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Merry Grinchmas, everybody. We'll be right back with the next game after this break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. This is our Christmas holiday special, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. We are back with our third game of the day. I almost said evening, like it's not 2:30 in the afternoon. This is Batman Arkham Origins. We have Rytro and a commentary here. I'll throw it over to you two, and you can introduce yourselves. Even though I just introduced you.
1 minute. How's it going, everybody? Merry Christmas to everybody watching. Hope everybody's having a good Christmas. And if you're not, but you do enjoy watching a game be absolutely torn apart and disrespected in every sense of the word, then you're going to have a good time in about 20 minutes. All right, I am ready to start. Timer will start in about 8 seconds when I skip this cutscene.
Looks like Black Mask entered the prison here. I need to find Commissioner.
And time. Start. The majority of the start of this game is pretty slow, actually. We don't have too many interesting skips or anything going on. We're sort of just playing through the game with a couple of little speed tech things. Like, if you noticed, did a little bit of roll canceling there instead of running, which is it's finicky, annoying trick, which is slightly faster.
In combat, you just rocket, though.
Yeah, when you get into
the moon.
When you get into the combat stance, you flip really fast, and the roll cancels are a thing of beauty. Try to abuse that a little bit throughout the run.
We seem to have scared this poor man.
Yeah, saved his life, and he took a swing at us with a bat.
Yeah, how could he, dude? Manners.
Alright, so this is our first fight, and I guess that's the first trick if K-Wing wants to explain takedown cancels.
Right, so if we get the jumping ground takedown animation, which we usually do in this game, we can quickfire the back claw on controller, and it'll cancel the animation. It's really fast in combat, especially when we don't have the multi-rangs, which absolutely shred enemy health.
But yeah. Fun fact about those multi-rangs, you can quickfire them on keyboard and mouse, but the devs they didn't add a quickfire multi-rangs button for controller users.
Yeah, instead we have the infinitely better gadget, the concussion detonator.
Yeah, that thing is useful. Said nobody ever.
Yeah. Whoa,
so, yeah,
human-shaped crocodile.
Human-shaped crocodile, indeed. This game is, as anybody who's ever played Arkham City will tell you, this game is pretty much just a reskin of it. It happens to take place on Christmas, so, you know, it's a fun gimmick, but really, it's the same map. It's a little bit bigger out in the overworld, and it's the same controls, and pretty much the combat's all the same. This is pretty fun. If you skip this cutscene fast enough, the dialogue will say something along the lines of, they say crime doesn't. It's a pretty...
Crime doesn't indeed.
Hey, I got it. It's sort of an inside joke with our community.
That's right, he's gonna kill Loeb tonight. I didn't sign up to get my ass.
So yeah, we sort of just tear through all these guys with the ground takedown cancels. It doesn't really do much for our XP compared to if we fought them like a casual player would. But we have it set up perfectly in the route that we don't need to do that because we get XP from certain other things. And we get just the amount we need in the time that we need it. Game, it gets a whole lot more interesting once the first two missions are done. But for now, we're just sort of chasing Black Mask, trying to get to him to put an end to his evil doings. But
I'm too late.
He's got a 9 foot tall crocodile man guarding him, so it's not exactly that simple.
So usually we have to secure area to continue. But this is Origins, so merely a suggestion, really.
Yeah, so because it's Origins and this game is super broken, we were able to just climb up on a piece of geometry and glide straight over the guys and get through the door without taking them out. And then if you notice, we got those combat roll cancels, those really fast, pretty ones. And that was a 452 split. That's actually a really good first split in this game. Oh, we got our first boss fight of the run, which I like to call the
Already.
button mashing simulator. I can manage to get a 9. Oh, damn. If you get a 9 combo and then counter a guy and then continue, you do damage to Croc without having to do this little quick time event here. I mistimed it a little bit and countered at 8, but it's not a huge deal. You usually don't get it in a run anyways. K-Wing, are you able to explain phase skip here?
You go ahead. I'm not too familiar with it.
Alright. So essentially, you're supposed to be... You do that quick time event, and then they'll switch over to the propane tanks, they'll pick them up, and you do damage by knocking it out of his hands, and then fighting guys, and then you go back to fighting Croc. But for some reason, if you do the first quick time event, instantly roll over his head and then do a very quick stun on him again, you can just skip that and do another beatdown.
I want teeth. I want answers.
And so this is first of many unskippable cutscenes in this game. It's kind of tough. All the Arkham games have these really slow intros. They all have really interesting speedruns with a lot of tech that we use to break the game and go faster. But they all have really slow intros. This game wouldn't even be so bad if not for these unskippable cutscenes. But it has a lot of them, and also that mission in Blackgate 1 and the upcoming mission in the GCR Tower are just kind of nothing burgers.
In
More or
the
less
longer
they're-
runs, we come to appreciate these unskippable cutscenes.
Come to appreciate them?
Yeah, it's a nice break.
Oh
in
man.
longer runs. In these short runs, it's like, well, right.
I'm pleased to hear you say that, but personally, I don't think I've ever appreciated an unskippable cutscene in a game.
Yeah, well, an acquired taste.
Shall I warm up Christmas?
Yeah. Like onions, those things.
I just
Yeah.
ran into a human-shaped crocodile who told me Black Mask has hired assassins.
So this is a fun segment. We get it. We finally get here after the unskippable cutscene, and then we get to slowly walk over to the back computer, skip 3 cutscenes in a row, more button mashing, yay. And then we walk back to the Batwing. In a second, we'll have another unskippable cutscene, and then the last slow mission in the game. There's a little small skip there where when you enter the menu to use the Batwing, it'll give you, ordinarily it would give you a tutorial prompt, and Alfred explains to you how fast traveling works. But by opening the menu and then instantly closing it, the game sort of assumes you watched it already. So when you reopen it, you could just ignore it. I also find this mission a little bit funny too, because it's very obviously just a reskin of the church mission in Arkham City. Like, the map here, being this first room and then also this room right here, is practically identical. It's the same layout as the church. And it's the same idea. There's guys pointing guns at you. You gotta use smoke and grapple out of their vision.
Danger. You can't shoot what you can't see. Attacking head-on is a good way to get myself shot.
So yeah, we gotta sit through this.
But they won't expect an attack from above.
Fun fact, there's actually like a way to like skip some of this stuff, but it's exactly the same as doing it. But
Is
just
it the
like
same?
some slight, yeah, or slower.
I'm sure Phoenix does it in his run. As I understood it, I thought it was a couple seconds slower actually to skip all this.
Well, either way, we do this. DKC.
I can fix the tower. Whatever
So
you
yeah,
want.
this mission is just teaching us about the certain kind of predator takedowns we can do. So stuff from gargoyles, from vents, through walls, and then on the ledge. But we skipped that ledge one just by not doing it.
Function is from storm damage. I need to set up a crime scene and find out what happened. I should start by identifying the victim.
So this is one mechanic that Arkham Origins took from City and then actually made better, was these crime scenes. In City, you sort of just, you have crime scenes, but it's like you scan blood and you follow a trail. That's pretty much the end of it. In this game, they took it and they added more to it, that there's a timeline and a sequence of events and you have to follow and watch, and it's actually a pretty cool mechanic.
It was so good that Knight copied it for one thing.
Someone really didn't want this.
Knight just uses it once and never again.
Someone left a set of fingerprints behind. Alfred, I'm uploading some.
Is that the thing with the Amertech, whatever, the wheels?
It's similar, but this kind of thing with Detective Vision is when Oracle gets kidnapped or whatever.
Oh man. Not Oracle.
Yeah.
Alright, so this crime scene is just about done.
This card has the codes I need to hack any of the network tower's access panels.
Do you know about the Riddler skip? Can you explain that one for me?
Yeah, so normally we would have to like open a gate and then talk to Riddler, hack his stuff, talk to him again, it's super slow. But for some reason, we can just open an upgrade that we haven't bought yet, and that will generate a save that we can reload and skip the whole thing. There's a save and there's a reload. It's wild.
It's pretty funny that you're able to do that. And it's it completely screws the Riddler mission too, that if you try to do the Riddler mission now after doing that, Riddler just doesn't spawn. So you'll sit there in the cryptographic sequencer staring at Riddler's face, but he doesn't speak because I guess he just never was activated.
That looks
So
like
now we're on our way to Jezebel Plaza to definitely stop some gun sale.
I also need to get to the army.
Yes, definitely. What we're actually going to do is skip straight to the end of the game. So we get out of the intro, out of the slow, boring tutorial stuff, and we're going to go straight into the end of the game. Basically, the way that we do that is there's a mission later on involving Bane where you head to his hideout. And you're not supposed to be able to get to the door, but what we can do is this wild out-of-bounds glide, and we can enter the door, like get into the sewers without, I guess, being able to. And that actually like skips the entire game. It goes straight to the mission later on in the game. And we could straight up just advance straight to Firefly after that. So this is the glide right here. You get in here, turn around and go through the ceiling. And then we got to make our way through this tight little corridor here.
Tons of invisible stuff to avoid.
Lots of invisible geometry. And also, there's sort of a distinct advantage for keyboard and mouse because doing that glide on controller is next to impossible. Like there is another version of the glide that you can do on controller, but it's pretty slow. So console runners are sort of at a major disadvantage when it comes to this game, which I'm sure doesn't help to its popularity in the speedrun community. But there we go. So we enter the door here. You can enter it from inbounds, but I like to do it from out of bounds because I feel like it's probably faster. And then we just drop through the ceiling right there and we're in.
My tracking device is in here somewhere, which means Bane is likely in here as well.
Very homey.
So now with that cutscene, we're officially in the end game now.
Wayne knows who I am. You're not safe at Wayne Manor.
But we can't just leave normally because we couldn't get in through the overworld because there's a blockage. So we also can't leave the same way. So to get out, we do this. We do this trick if I can do it. We stand right at the right spot on the stairs and flip onto this railing, and then just climb out of bounds through the ceiling and leave out of bounds again. And the way that we get out of here is by sliding into that invisible water, waiting for the thing to fade away, and then off. Ideally, you fast travel. I seem to have missed the timing for it, which is fine. I'll just do it again.
Airborne in a jetpack, armed with a
So yeah, we exit from out of bounds, slide into the water, wait for it to fade, and then fast travel back. So now we're gonna get a deja vu much?
Oh, Alfred's not in the hallucination.
Oh, what a shame. Well, he could be in the other spot.
Oh.
Let's see. So this is pretty fun. We're getting a flashback to earlier events in the game that we never saw because we skipped straight to the end. And what we're talking about is that sometimes it loads weird after you screw the game by doing Bane Glide, which is what we call that trick that we just did. Sometimes it loads weird and Alfred will just be standing there casually in the middle of this hallucination while Bruce's parents are getting gunned down. And then that Alfred that's back there spawns in after the cutscene anyways, and the other one doesn't despawn, so there can be two Alfreds in the Batcave.
So the other day, a fellow community member had two Batmans. It was great.
Shout out to John. John Stephen Evil on Twitch. So the reason we go back to the Batcave at all there and sit through all that is so that we can get the glue grenades. Oh, hang on, got that thing. Sometimes you can get locked into a glide kick there for some reason without actually engaging in one. So yeah, we go back to get those glue grenades because if you've played Arkham City back in like the early 2010s, you're probably familiar with this popular glitch where you chuck a bunch of freeze grenades on a railing and you can start gaining height from them. And everyone thought that was patched in this game for the longest time, but as it turns out, we can break off of railings and chuck a bunch of glue grenades to gain height, which we're going to use for another big skip in just a second. First, we got to start this mission here.
Yeah, tell Gordon exactly what we're up to. He's completely cool with it.
Yeah, they're actually working together now. Definitely.
Get down to the base of the central pillar.
So what we're about to do is called bridge skip. The reason we're able to skip towards the end of the game, or it's straight to the end of the game without playing through it, is because of this skip that we're about to do here. I actually discovered that this was possible. The way that I did it was this. This is the trick with glue hovering. I did this for 7.5 minutes, just going straight up in the air. 7.5 minutes chucking glue grenades. And then gliding all the way across the bridge over the load zones and everything, and then butterfly gliding, which is a trick you'll see later on in the game to get back. And that enabled us to be able to go straight from the intro all the way to the end of the game. And then one of our community members by the name of Funerus, he uploaded a video called Full Bridge Rectifier, which was this version that I'm doing now, where we just get to a certain height and do a certain glide, which isn't that bad, to trick the game into thinking we're in the wrong load zone and then coming back and loading the bridge around us. And the reason that we do that is just so that we can enter one door from out of bounds. And we have to enter it from out of bounds because there's an elevator or something that you have to use the shock gloves for. But we don't have those because we skipped that mission. So here we do a little bit of glide into that, towards that hotel to get into that load zone. And then to escape the wind wall a little bit. And now we're going to go back towards the bridge and hopefully it won't load. So far it looks good. So the bridge right now shouldn't have any collision. But what we're going to do is use that to get inside the bridge and then hit the load zone so it loads around us. So if we just glide over this direction for a little while and turn around, now the bridge is loaded around us and we're inside. And we can get to that door from out of bounds now. After a pretty glide. So now the way that we get away with this is just by gaining a bunch of height and going straight through all the levels that we're supposed to be doing from inbounds, basically. So in just a second here, you'll see my glue grenades are going to start to hit something. That's actually a predator room that we're supposed to be doing, but it's not properly loaded. So there it is. And if we glide into there, and then hop back on this railing and start another glue hover, we're no longer going to hit our head, which we would have done if we kept going there. And you'll see in just a second, the screen will get a little bit darker, and that's how we know that the room here is deloaded underneath us. And there it is. It's gone. And then we can actually just get right back in bounds here by going through a little hole in the geometry. Okay. So now we got to do a butterfly glide to get through here. So we don't have the tools that we need to do this properly. And also because of the way that we've done this, some of the collision is a little bit broken. Like this ladder here doesn't work. Whoops.
Yeah,
so we have to do this.
Screwing us in.
Yeah, so we have to do this stupid butterfly glide to get over the first ladder.
Yeah, there's supposed to be some cop there that we knock out later because he's been hunting us all night or whatever. And he's not there, so we can't use a ladder. But we have this, so who needs him?
Yeah, really.
Firefly, sir.
Firefly's locked as hostages in a train car with explosives.
So this is really the only predator that we do, and it's going to be over in 5 seconds. So we just do a double takedown on these guys, and then that, and it's over.
Bravo 2, this is command. Report.
So this glass window is really funny. If you reload, it's indestructible. And you have to go to the door and around.
I just chucked a batarang to break it so I could glide through instead of going down up the stairs through the door and everything. But if you reload, for some reason, it's completely indestructible. You can't break it with a batarang or even with your fists.
Why would he do what he just did if he wasn't here to help? If you're so sure about him.
This game is
most wood panels in the game.
Yeah, this game is super broken.
That must be the fire door Gordon engaged. Gordon, open the fire door in the train depot so I can disarm Firefly's bomb at the north end of the bridge.
Get off this frequency, now!
Listen, I'm on my way to disarm the bomb at the south end. Have this door.
So now again, we could go and do everything as intended. Or I don't think we can because something's messed up. So what we're going to do is cancel that door, which just means frame perfect, aim cinematic fire, and interact with it on the same frame. which opens the door but allows us to not walk through it, so we can get out of bounds that way. And we go through to load in an area and come back, or we're going to just go over everything instead of doing it properly. Oh, that's not right.
This is an automated
All right, it's fine.
experiencing an emergency. Please proceed calmly.
Okay.
Exit.
Please get up there. Thank you. There we go. A little bit of difficulties. So we're going to go around this invisible wall here and try to enter back in through this door, but it gets blocked because everything's broken and out of order. We're going to jump straight into the Firefly fight.
Mayday, mayday, we're going down. Repeat. Anyone have eyes on Air 1?
As soon as it lets me grapple, that is. First, let me get some of these upgrades. This is buying those multi-rings we were talking about earlier. And see just how quickly we can tear through enemies using this thing. So just chuck a bunch of batarangs. They're down. They're down. Those guys are down. And the fight is over. Should be. One guy left.
Gotta love them swaggers.
Do I? I just find that guy annoying.
Well. Be grateful that he wasn't stuck out of bounds. Or something.
Oh yeah, that can happen sometimes. If there's, you can knock them out of bounds and you're just screwed and have to reload. It's not even anything to do with the game being broken. You can do that casually. But it's fine. This game is like Arkham City, but on Christmas, so it's good. So yeah, this fight is basically just throw batarangs and don't get hit by the fire, which it turns out we can do. And another thing we can do is just continue chucking batarangs at him while he's stunned instead of pulling him down like we're supposed to, which does enough damage that the second phase never triggers because you've already done enough damage to have done that phase, if that makes sense. So in essence, we just did 2 phases in one. That's the first part of this fight over. So here what the game wants us to do is grapple back up to that little wire that we were on before. Like that thing right there. And Firefly would chase us for a little bit, and there's a couple of things we need to dodge. But instead of doing that, if we just glide over here, the game just totally lets us grapple on top of the bridge. And then from here... Whoops. If you're good, what you can do, which it turns out I'm not, is initiate a butterfly and just skip over everything. So then I drop down here and the fight should start. There we go. There he is. So yeah, because we're in here, we can sort of just, we're not supposed to be able to be this part of the bridge. So he can't really hit us with some of these attacks. So we could just stand here and chuck batarangs at him all day. And once again, if we just keep going while he's stunned, we can skip a phase by doing enough damage. And that's practically the end of Firefly. And this is a pretty funny visual bug. Yeah, if you're underneath him when you backlaw, for some reason it does this to the pulling animation where you're not even facing him. Which is pretty comical. So the fight is done. He's pretty much just going to throw some bombs at us, and we'll use like a quarter of our brain power to get out of the way.
Was that a corner?
Yeah, apparently that's a corner here on the car.
Amazing.
Can he, like... I'm pretty sure he can throw the cars with his fire gun, like his flamethrower, excuse me. How does the corner help at all if the corner gets flung around the bridge?
Who knows? Maybe you cover from the other car he throws.
Maybe. So that's really the end of Firefly. We're just gonna skip 2 cutscenes and then watch an unskippable cutscene. This game sure loves those.
Who's that guy? Oh.
Oh yeah, Bane's just here now. I promise it makes a little bit more sense if you actually play the game and like pay attention to the story instead of skipping everything. But I find it pretty funny that we go straight from the intro to Firefly and then all of a sudden Bane's just in our house.
Making the fire rise, it seems.
And here's something else pretty funny that you, if you want to pay attention here, is the story is that we can't find Alfred because we don't have detective vision, so we got to fix the computer. You can tell it's broken because it has red screens.
There, that should do it.
But now it's fixed and it has blue screens. But remember that in just a second. Blue screen fixed. So now we can find Alfred.
Alfred, no.
But it's too late. He died. But we can use the shock gloves that we never actually went and got to resuscitate him.
How handy.
Yeah. As it turns out, when it comes to little QuickTime events like that, if you don't have the gadget, the game just sort of gives it to you temporarily during the QuickTime event. So even though we never got the shock gloves, we have them to resuscitate Alfred. And later on in the game, after we fight Bane and Blackgate 2, we're able to use the remote claw, even though we never fought Deathstroke to get that.
Master Bruce.
So remember that those screens were fixed, they're blue, and just now they're red. Broken again.
Tragic.
Such is the cycle of life.
Master Bruce, now is not the time for doubt.
I can't do it. I can't stop them.
No, you can't. Not on your own, but it's high time you realize that you are a man, not an island. And a man's
This cutscene is really long, but at least it's good.
Intelligence, but also from his allies.
Minus the continuity errors.
One alert. The Joker has escaped from his cell and is leading the riots at Blackgate. Repeat, the Joker has
The Joker? What?
prison. Multiple casualties. Multiple hostages.
Oh yeah, I've played Joker.
Captain Gordon is calling
It's
on
funny.
anyone for assistance.
We went to find Black Mask, did a one silly glide, and then all of a sudden Firefly Bane Joker.
That's where it all started.
Alright, so now we're in the final mission of the game. Back at Blackgate where it all started. Whoops. First thing we got to do, just chuck a few batarangs and take out a whole group of thugs. Just absolutely decimate them in a few button clicks.
Thanks.
Nice.
I could use your help.
This is pretty fun. If you're still in combat stance, by the time that this cutscene plays, you stay in combat stance while you talk to this guy. And so because he's slunched over, you just look at his forehead instead of his face.
I've been listening to the reports coming out of Blackgate.
Ah, I got that thing.
Always.
It's fun. That's fun. I'll go for the cool guy strats.
Something is sending a strong electric current into the
Nice.
water. I should be
So yeah, we're supposed to be using the remote claw to do a bunch of puzzles and turn off the electricity in the water there. But that's boring, so instead we're just gonna hop out of bounds real quick and glide around the whole map and then get back in towards the end. You can do this a slightly faster way if you glide underneath the map, but I don't do that because the glide's pretty difficult, and if you hit your head, you're pretty much screwed. So yeah, we can just get back in here through this way, and then trigger this part by hitting the pipe there. And then we got a pretty wild looking out of bounds skip. So this is another case where ideally you would want to go up the elevator using the shock gloves to power it. But again, we don't have those, so we have to do all this just to avoid having to do that. So we're gonna do some pretty crazy out of bounds stuff. And also we're gonna choke. This is pretty difficult. It might take me a little bit.
Well, and what they put you in for? Drinking and driving. Yeah, and you're gonna go have a pint. What are you, the damn parole board? I ain't rehabilitated, and I'm really thirsty.
Let's see. Yeah, we can sort of use the glue grenades to see what things look like, but for the most part, we're doing this completely invisibly. So most of this is just muscle memory.
And painting.
Yeah, so all of that out of bounds movement just to find this one spot where we can break off and chuck a bunch of glue grenades to get the height that we otherwise would have used in the elevator. So now to get back in bounds, just do a little glide. Hopefully get into the hallway, glide towards the door, and the hallway should load around us. Perfect. And then if we head through this door that reactivates the Predator AI ahead of us, then we got to cancel it to get back inbounds, and then go through again. And now we're inbounds at this Predator. And the strat for this Predator is pretty complicated. Essentially, tug that guy, and then stand still and hit everybody off the edge with batarangs as they climb up. First victim.
When they climb up there,
There he goes. Second victim. There he goes. Keep coming. Keep falling. Should I do the thing? I'm going to do the thing. I feel like doing the thing. There's this thing that you can do. It's slightly slower actually, but I think it looks cool and it's pretty fun, so I'm going to do it anyways. So if you just glue that last guy and then head through some collision in the wall, you can go ahead and glide over this way and get back in bounds. by using this door, like so. But we do actually need to finish that predator to be able to progress. So the way that we do that is just by getting back in here, right past the door, and then throwing a remote-controlled batarang through the door. And then just hitting him off the edge with it, and that's everyone taken care of. The reason that it's not that much slower to do it like that is because it does skip a little bit of a cutscene with Harley Quinn. Or I suppose it's Dr. Harleen Quinzel in this game. She's not quite Harley yet. So yeah, we can just sort of skip that by doing all that. And allegedly it's slower. I like doing it, to be honest.
It does look cool.
So yeah, for a little bit here, we're just gonna walk through the... Well, we're gonna roll cancel through the level, because I'd sell my soul to save 3 seconds.
Apparently the Joker's
Oh, a Deathstroke cameo.
Yeah, just Deathstroke's in Blackgate by himself. We never actually stopped him, but I guess he turned himself in. So this is a pretty big fight.
What an upstanding guy.
Yeah. Deathstroke's a good guy after all. So yeah, we can get through these rooms pretty quick. You saw how many people were there, and they're pretty much all gone now. Just got this big guy.
For you.
There it is. I'm not in combat still, so my roll cancels aren't going to be super fast, but yeah, ideally they would be, and you'd use them to go like light speed here. And this should be the last. Should be the last combat encounter before the Bane fight.
With some mini Banes.
Okay. No! Oh boy, hang on. A little bit of difficulties. Send help. There are those fast roll cancels. And yet another unskippable cutscene.
Let him go.
I understand you. You had a chance to let me die, and you didn't take it. I bet right now you're wishing you had.
I don't know what this guy's talking
A
about.
lot of people.
Yeah, he's talking about stuff that never happened.
Please, cripple the police force, and it's not even time to unwrap our presents.
I like that Warden Joseph, who's the guy with the eye patch right there. Every time we see him, he's in trouble. Joker's got him. At the beginning of the game, there was that thug that hit him in the face with a bat. And, oh man, I forget where the other place is. He's somewhere else. Oh, it's later on in the game, where we see him injured.
When it's fully charged.
Like, Nightwing.
Yeah.
Donk.
So either you kill Bane.
Oh yeah. There, if you're playing French, which is technically faster than playing in English, Joker says donk, which is pretty funny.
You, me, or the clown? The question of which one of us it is in your hands.
So here we go. This fight is, it's impossible to do it, like, it's impossible to do it correctly, basically. Because his charging, which is that phase right there where I have to just get out of his way, he's really hard to dodge. And ideally, we'd keep the combo that we got there to use on him later. But as you can see, I'm having a little bit of difficulties keeping that combo. There we go. And as it turns out, if you have a 8 combo and you can use that, what's it called? The combo takedown on him? You don't have to do the triple cape stun and the beatdown. You could just go straight to pulling the thing off his back. So yeah, ideally, we could get an 8 combo here. And we could do this takedown on Bane before he even tries to jump at us. Like while he's charging, we can still hit him. But it's really difficult to do that. Not sure why he just jumped there. Oh, okay. Shouldn't have fell for it. I'm getting pretty close to death here, so I should be careful. Oh man, the rational side of me really wants to buy some health upgrades so I don't even chance dying here, but the ego in me wouldn't allow it. Uh-oh. Oh man, I am fortunate that he ended his charge there because I would have been stun locked. And there we go. That's the first part of this done. Oh yeah, suddenly shock gloves again. So yeah, this is the second resuscitation of the game using the gloves that we didn't get.
Now it's a boss fight that works every time.
Yeah, so here's this boss fight. It's pretty good casually, like, I can't even lie to you, this is a pretty good boss fight. But in the speedrun, it's terrible, because we have this strat, which hopefully will go well. And so far we're off to a good start, but oftentimes you can't throw him into these walls because the game just won't give you the prompt. And again, that's not anything to do with the game being broken so bad, it's just that it can happen casually too. So yeah, the strat is... Whoops. I'm gonna restart.
Interesting.
Sometimes he'll walk diagonally like that, which is a little bit annoying, but what can you do? I usually play it safe at that second corner takedown because if he's not directly against the wall, there's a good chance it won't let me do the takedown. But I waited a little bit too long there.
At least he stayed in corner.
Yeah. For some reason, the corner cover is also really broken. It's impossible to get him to stay, usually. So yeah, here we go, strat. Glue him, throw smoke in the corner, get into the corner, hopefully stay in the corner.
Right, that's what we're talking about.
He's stuck! Are you serious? Okay, he fixed himself. Oh man. Alright, 2 for 2. Just one more to go. Alright, so for this one, just chuck a grenade at him. Get into corner, hopefully, and hit that extinguisher behind him, which isn't always so easy, because this can happen. Game. Are you serious?
RC battery?
Yeah, I guess I'm RC battery. Oh no, there we go.
As we fucking...
Come on, guy. Don't charge. Don't do it. No.
Oh, Bane, where are you going, dude?
You suck, Bane. Is he about to... Oh, my...
Oh.
Don't charge. Don't go the other way. Please come this way. Bane, you... Okay. Alright, you know what? It's fine. I'll just hop on his back. Ow. Go into a wall, please. There we go.
3 for 3.
That was... that was such a mess. This fight... like I said, it's pretty good casually, but in the speedrunning context, it's so bad.
It's over, Alfred. I've defeated Bane.
I've defeated Bane. Uh-oh.
Did we?
Master Bruce, are you alright?
So this is what I was referring to earlier, where we get the remote claw just for this quick time event. So yeah, ordinarily you'd go through the final offer mission, and then at the end of it you'd beat Deathstroke up and take the remote claw. But because we skipped that, we don't have it. But in this quick time event, we get it. The game just gives it to us temporarily. Which is a good thing, because otherwise we'd have to go and do the final offer mission just to be able to finish the game. Which, speaking of which, we're coming towards the end here. We got this little fight sequence coming up.
He's secure.
And then we're going to go beat up Joker, and that'll be time. So this is the other thing I was talking about. This is the third appearance of Warden Joseph in this game, where he's completely helpless.
This guy again.
This would have been a good opportunity for another boss, but instead, Origins was like, dude, the Origins makers, I'm sure, were like, we have a deadline, we can't afford to be programming this, we'll just make him run off. Here's a fun fact. You can actually just let Jim Gordon take all these guys out if you want. It's obviously slow to do that. He's not very quick.
Thanks.
And also, he's just sort of useless. But if you do wait long enough, he will actually eventually take everyone out.
He does fight well.
Yeah, I heard he had a rough childhood. So yeah, we're just in the cathedral here. Funny enough, on Christmas. We're gonna beat the hell out of Joker, and then that'll be time.
Good thing it didn't go out the window.
Yeah, really. For the second time. Actually, I guess he didn't go out a window, he just off a building.
When did that happen?
Yeah. I guess it didn't. Alright, so let's get ready on that timer. It'll be, that was the first of 3 beatdowns. This is the second one. And this is the third. And time. That was the end. Of course, an unskippable cutscene comes afterwards.
In Origins fashion.
Yeah. Wouldn't be Origins without it.
Beat me till your knuckles bleed. Why quit there?
At least it's staying on brand from start to finish.
Yeah. They know what they're about. Gotta give them credit when it's due. We don't actually really need to sit here. I kinda don't even want to watch it myself, to be honest. All right, but
that was an awesome run.
Yeah, thank you. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for inviting me on.
Being here. Absolutely, yeah. I had a blast. I think everybody else here had a blast. I've never seen a run of this, so I didn't fully know what I was in for here, and that was a great run. That's a lot of like so much tech and stuff. Is so great. I love games that are filled with tech like this.
Yeah, all the Arkham games are. And if I could give a shout out to the Arkham Speedrunning Discord, we call it the Batcave server. If you head over to the speedrun.com leaderboards for any of the Arkham games, the Discord server is linked. If ever you want to get into it or just join the community, you can always join through that. Otherwise, I guess I'll give a shout out to Kaylin for commentating with me, and that's all that I got.
Do you have any final shout outs you want to give, K-Wing?
Yep, shout outs to Raicho for asking me to do this with him. It was a pleasure. Joined the Batcave, all that good stuff. That's it.
Have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
Again, thank you both so much for being here. It was a great run. I had a blast. We do have one more game coming on just before we go to a break. I do just want to remind everybody, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bitch cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel do help support Games Done Quick, both with the hotfix and with the GDQ 2023 costs. Please consider subscribing if you like any of our content, either our daily shows, our specials like this, anything like that. It really does help. With that said, we'll be right back with our last game. Thank you all so much for sticking around with us and spending your holiday with us. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. This is our holiday/Christmas special, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. We are here with our final game of the day, which is Cthulhu Saves Christmas, a wonderful JRPG. I will hand it over to the runner in the commentary, and they can introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Alfina. I run this one and basically every other game by this dev team, so they're a lot of fun. And commentating for me today is going to be Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. I know, great introduction.
I know.
I don't really have much more to say about me. I play DVD, so I don't know. These games are great. They're a treat, and I hope y'all enjoy and Merry Christmas.
Church, I'm sure, will also be chiming in plenty about this game, as he ran it before I ever did. But this category is my baby. This is the any percent on the insane difficulty. I've been routing this and running this and fighting with this, and this is my
fighting is a good term.
RNG's your friend.
One thing I do want to mention about this category real quick before we get going. So when you usually see this game run, or have seen this game run in the past, you've seen the any percent sane, which we've routed down to pretty well. We control everything that happens, and you don't really get to see all of the kind of beauty that goes into how the devs built this game for strategy and everything else. Insane is completely different. Nothing is guaranteed. We could die at any time. You might see some boss fights attempted twice, or 3 times as practice went today. And you are really going to get a chance to see how all of the strats and how this game is really built and how it all works. So it really gets to highlight the beauty of why this game is so amazing.
And you get to see more than 9 fights.
It's true. But definitely not 9 enemies in a fight. We didn't program that.
Probably. But I don't think it changes anything.
So if we're ready,
need Discord screen.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Would help.
Might want to give you guys something to.
Thank you.
Work off of here. So we'll start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. So one thing
the story.
I really appreciate that we did as a community is agree on a macro. Because now my hands don't hurt while running this. So yes, I know the text is flying. It's okay, I promise.
So, like Alfina was saying, I also run a bunch of different games from this dev. And one of the quirks about them is that you can it doesn't disable the keyboard when you have a controller on screen, so space, enter, and the A button on your controller are all accept inputs, which means the optimal way to speedrun without using macros is to smash your controller on the keyboard and like the entire run. So we decided that's dumb.
You're actively hitting 3 buttons.
Yeah. We decided that was a bad idea, so we have just changed it to a macro, which runs slightly faster than I was able to mash, so that we're all on the same, page.
Yeah. Without that macro, this category, I wouldn't be doing it.
That is sort of the reason why I decided we should look into it, because it is, even in the shorter category, it is 30 minutes of just destroying your hands.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bad RNG.
Fascination. Which is just what you want for Christmas, honestly.
We got the bad RNG. Cthulhu didn't have lightning.
You love to see it. So I guess starting this game off, we probably should describe the battle system and how it goes. Because if you haven't played these type of games, your first 4 abilities are basically set by you. The first 3 abilities are set by you. The 4th one is defend, and then the bottom 4 abilities are all randomly recharged. Excuse me, I incorrect. The first 4 abilities are set, the bottom 3 are randomized, and then you have a defend to recharge your abilities. Yeah. So once you use it once, barring use of an item or equipment to be able to use it multiple times, you have to rest to get your abilities back. And there's a lot of RNG with what abilities you can and can't start with. So it makes the whole game very, very RNG heavy. It's a real good time. And there goes Cthulhu. You've got 4 HP though. 4 HP in a dream. Merry Christmas.
And
there's RNG when it can go right.
This is why I said you might see some boss fights a couple times. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And on the insane percentage, I mean, this is where it gets rough right off the bat. I mean, you have to kind of dish out AoE where you can, get rid of all the side enemies, then you start focus firing and hope for the best.
And there's certain abilities that we really would like to see, and sometimes we can guarantee them, and sometimes we're sitting there going, well.
Yeah, just hate to see. As far as the story is concerned, you've awoken Christmas Eve, getting ready, and you get a package that you believe to be from Santa. I believe you open it up, steals your powers. It's the Christmas League of Evil, and they're trying to take over Christmas. It's like Cthulhu sets on a journey to get his powers back, only to find out that he has to take down the Christmas League of Evil to get his powers back, and has been promised to get them back from Saint Nick's granddaughter, Crystal. And so you set on an adventure with Crystal to save Christmas. Just so you can destroy the world. Which you get to experience in the sequel.
Santa got kidnapped.
Saves the world.
So every day is Christmas Eve. There will be plenty of Christmas Eves. Don't worry about it.
So many that we stopped counting them. And so here we've got a lot of town segments you're running through. Each town segment that you choose gives you a different reward. A lot of them open up different items along the way based on what you pick. So there's a lot of different variety that you can get from just playing through the story, and a lot of fun little quirks in the game where you can even go to work for the post office. You end up joining a cult of people who worship Cthulhu, where they just kind of tell you that they're very disappointed. You promised them the world and then you didn't deliver. It's honestly a great gem of a game, and the story segments are probably some of the best.
Get to hang out with your party members, and you find out our newest party member here. You can see her on the back of the line there. That's Baba Yaga. There is a chicken on her head. You are seeing that correctly. She tries to turn her house into a chicken. It's beautiful.
Absolutely, because what more could you want than a nice little summer home that also can move and make breakfast? It is just the best. And she operates a little bit different than the other characters. She has something called chicken power, which you can get either through resting, or different items can change the way it behaves, but a lot of her abilities will actually power up based on how much chicken power she has, including unite abilities, which is something where your party members will get together and do attacks together. And so one thing that you run into with the game is the longer that you wait to use those unite powers, the stronger they become. And so it's also a bit of mix and match of how long you want to wait to use an ability before then randomly hopping in and using it. to get in some big boosts of damage. Oh, the games are a treat. Highly recommend playing them. Here we've got to take down the Yule Cat and the 7 dwarves. However, it's only programmed to have 5 enemies. So they just decided that we'll put the Yule Cat in there and the other dwarves. And you know what? Why have multiple fights? Because that just gets repetitive. So you can just fight the 4. The other ones, if you win, they'll just scurry away. One of the things that even gets brought up in the game, and it's kind of priceless because you have the narrator will also be a character in the game, essentially. Commentates, gets
the
involved.
fourth wall does not exist.
Yes. Absolute gem of a game.
All right, there's the
Goal
cat.
there. Ooh, nice. Goal there was to get rid of the cat first. The cat actually will heal all of the party members, and that can be very, very damning.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I love how much this breaks the fourth wall. It will constantly go back and forth. It references the previous game. Don't worry, it's okay. They won't destroy the world. I've seen the sequel. It's great. It is absolutely priceless. Ooh, that's a heck of a thing to pick up. They even have their newest one now.
They're currently on sale, including the newest one is actually on sale as well. Take it.
Very nice.
That was a gold split because that was really nice. I'll take it.
That was fantastic. Well, there you go.
Yes, I do have my splits up because there is a chance for world records, so I have to keep track of that.
So there you go. You can help out Baba Yaga. We're on Christmas Eve, the 11th. Here's our little cult friends. I think at this point, that's when they're telling you that they're disappointed in you.
Something like that.
Their latest game, This Way Madness Lies, which is a treat, I hear.
Just came out in November, and I'll do a little shameless plug here. If you would like to see the speed run of it done live, you should come back on New Year's Eve. I forgot what time, but you should be here for it.
At insert time.
I should also know what time it is, but 1 p.m. Eastern.
Exactly.
All 3 of us will be
too.
here. All 3 of us should know that.
Look, I'm so happy with the fact that I have to play it before that time.
I would like to say in my defense that I am actively thinking about other things at the moment. Like navigating this map without getting myself lost and not forgetting a chest.
No.
So in the any % sane version of this run, you pick up maybe like 1 chest on this map. On most maps, it's like maybe 1 chest. On Insane, I thought there was a chest down there. I'm lost. All right. On Insane, we're picking up most of them.
We need the item powers, because the one thing that we're not doing is we're not doing any random battles too, so we're not getting any bonus experience. We're skipping all of those, which is one thing that's actually really nice about this game when you're playing through it is normally you walk, the bar builds up in the bottom right-hand corner, exclamation point, you hit a button and you can skip the fight. And so it's a nice little thing that you can just avoid the battles. Or if you want, you can sit and go in the menu and activate them as many times as you want. And yes, that's true. We have Bellshickles now, who has joined our party, an old friend of Santa, who has told us that, gives us a lead that that the land of sweets has been swarmed by mice. They've killed the Nutcracker, and he believes that this is where Santa's at, so we have to go face the Rat King, or Mouse King. Which is a scary fight. The Rat King in the middle constantly will poison your party members, and the one on the far right will power them up. So we have to do what we got to do to take care of the small fry that's boosting them before everyone starts getting wailed on, poisoned, and knocked out.
Enough of that.
There we go. No more power up, which will be nice.
Eggy.
There, you were using the egg power to get a little bit stronger poison. Will Santa join our party? Well, you have to wait and find out. Although spoilers, no, unfortunately.
Okay. That's what I was afraid of happening.
Well, we've lost Crystal. She is kind of our main healer, but you know, we still have Bellsnickel who can use candy to heal up the party. It's true. We had one cloth.
Yeah.
She's napping. She'll be fine. I mean, true. We do have the one item there where we can use items once per battle. I think there's somewhere in the game where you can recharge an item, but mostly it's once per battle that we can set it in. So we have one heal on us. We will use those items later a lot of times to use debuffs on enemies. Because if there's one thing that's the best you can have, it's the enemy hitting itself. And there you have Aviaga at minus 71 health.
Yeah, she's going down because I can't do anything.
Fun times. There, you can give yourself essentially a buff that you can go into negative health, but you've got to be healed back up before you go the next turn. Otherwise, like there, they pass out.
I kind of let that happen. But I think we're fine.
11 HP? Yeah. Yeah, what, about 750 left?
Cthulhu still has a heal.
He's poisoned.
No, he's not.
76. And so a lot of these fights get very, very scary. Right down to the wire. Minus HP in a dream. 191. There you go. All we need is Cthulhu. The other party members, who needs them?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Spending more time with Crystal.
Yes.
Oh, and here's one of your flashbacks to the previous game. There you have Pause from Cthulhu Saves the World, making their way in an entrance in this game. It is very much insane. And then we have Robbie the Reindeer crashing down to let us know that all of the reindeer have been mistreated and they're being held captive by the undead horse Mary Lude. We have to go in hopes of finding Santa.
This is the one map where in the sane percent we pick up multiple chests, but here we're going to pick up just that one. Because normally we would pick up a piece of equipment that is great in other ways, but I need to not get rid of my reusable hot chocolate quite yet. Hot chocolate is a eel.
One of the items we have on Crystal, which will make it to where she can heal every single turn. It's almost like you think you need the healing? Just maybe.
Yeah. Healing might be important here.
I don't know that we've said it on this run, because one thing that's really interesting in this game is basically as the fights go on, the Unite powers get stronger, but another thing that happens too is all of the enemies' attacks start hitting a little bit harder as well. And so basically as the fights get going, they just get scarier and scarier, and you just get a little bit more concerned going, oh, I hope this doesn't one-shot me. Yeah, sometimes the hand tracking gets a little a little out there. For sometimes we'll talk about how Athena's model will occasionally have a question.
My model has questions all the time. Just roll it. That's the wrong button. It's fine. I was supposed to start with cat ears and not that attack, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just try charming here. No, it didn't work. All right.
Oh, damn. Charm is a percent chance on use. I think, and I believe it's what is it? The first time you have to get 100%, and then it's got essentially a counter that you have to work down to get it to work again. We do have an item to cause charmed,
but again, it
which is the
still
cat
has a chance of not working. Please hit yourself. You know what? While you're at it, be vulnerable when you do so.
Hoping for a big spicy hit.
Take it.
Not bad. 18. Unfortunately, I'm applying vulnerability to us, so this is where Mary Lou can get a little scary. Just look at the trial run and how that went.
I don't want to talk about it.
Feel like bad things occurred.
One or two characters randomly got one-shotted. Okay, Bobby Yaga's full health and gone. Excellent. Almost twice her health of 2. Sure. It was great.
Yeah, it was like a single hit for like 400 from the vulnerability and everything else. Yeah. It was not a fun time for, well, me.
It was great for everybody else involved.
It makes for a very entertaining moment for everyone else, and then there's me going, okay. Button. Yes. No. I know what I need to do. Okay. Don't worry about it. This is fine. See? Perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine. We did it.
Where am I?
We've saved the reindeer, but we still have not saved Santa nor gotten our powers back to destroy the world. Christmas Eve, the 25th. And there's our lovely little chicken house, and it's laying an egg. So at this point in the story, we awake to find that everyone in town is spontaneously gone. We don't know where anyone's at, roaming around, we can't find anyone. And then out of nowhere, Baba Yaga's chicken starts talking to us to let us know that we've entered into an alternate dimension. Christmas bells have been playing, and they're trying to shatter our dimension with, I believe it's a song to rejoin different realms together and shatter reality.
Something like that.
So we have to go face the bells of Christmas.
The best part is right now Cluck Cluck is talking to us. That's all that matters.
It is glorious.
Cluck Cluck, best character.
I cannot argue.
You can't argue with it because it's Cluck Cluck.
It's the best and worst part of the game. The best part, we have Cluck Cluck talking. The worst part, when we solve this, Cluck Cluck won't be able to talk anymore. So really, should we leave this dimension? Is reality really worth saving?
You guys don't need it to be Christmas, right?
But if we don't save Christmas, we can't take over the world.
Oh, true.
Valid. Maybe our Cthulhu powers will give us the power to make chickens talk.
We can only hope.
That's how we take over the world. An entire army of talking chickens. Rise up, my chicken brethren.
We need Plague back. And we're going to grab Piercing Strike. All right. In order to manipulate the RNG a little bit of what abilities I get to kind of make the fights not purely praying, we are equipping abilities for different fights based on like who we know is going to be there.
Yeah, so here we want to have the poison rolling, because the poison, in some games, poison doesn't matter all that much. Here, every little tick of poison really can help out. It adds up over the long run.
Please?
Not so much.
This is fine.
There's a lot of really cool ailments in this one too. So they were using chicken power to apply more harder hitting poison. But obviously you've got a lot of the standard ones: vulnerability. You've got poison, charm. One of the things we have in this one too is insanity, which is very interesting. You basically raise an enemy's attack, lower their defense, and swap up what they're weak to. And that's something you play a lot with Sane. Insane percentage, you will just wail on them and keep, like, if you make them insane, great, perfect, more damage. This one, they already can one-shot, so now you're making it pretty assured that they will one-shot.
Yeah. So we're going to be using that at very key moments and weighing whether or not it's worth it based on how other parts of the fight have gone.
I'm actually not sure on how the raving percent is looking at the moment.
I've started it. It is a time. I don't think I can get through it without some extra fights because I'm struggling at Jack Frost. So it is.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
For being a first boss, he hits surprisingly hard. Yeah, raving is the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, eventually you will probably be seeing raving speedruns being offered from me. We're just not quite there yet. It is
continue to let you take that on because no. Absolutely not.
I don't expect anybody else to ever attempt it with the amount that I've put into it, and it's already kind of looking dicey. We'll use dicey. With how that's already going, I don't expect anyone else to even look that direction. So
nice hit.
I'm not surprised if I'm the only person that ever runs raving, but more people should run. I think insane because it's a fun run.
Yeah, it's right. I'm excited to see if we can ever get raving going. I still want to try it myself.
I will give you some notes that I have.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
It is.
Oh, I hate it. I will absolutely hate every minute of it.
It is a time.
Yeah. So at this point, then we still have not found Santa. We still have not gotten our powers. Still continuing on. And at this point, they've started exhausting all their options on where they can find Santa. And so at this point, even the game notes about well, I don't know, the weather in the mountain has changed a little bit. Do you think it could be there? Surely we're not using weather as a determination for an enemy. Sure. And so we head to the caves where it's been snowing more lately. To see if we can find Santa here.
We really are out of ideas.
One thing that's great in this game is self-awareness of at this point, I don't know where else.
I was first introduced to Zewa games with Cthulhu Saves the World. And in the first, within the first 2 minutes, when you first are actually doing out of the main cutscene and into the quick little talking on the beach, and Cthulhu and the narrator are going back and forth about things like, you shouldn't have given me a run button. Now I'll just beat the game in record time and return it before the trade-in value drops. And it's yeah, good luck with that. And them going back and forth, and I'm like, I will never stop playing these games. And I kept looking up everything else that they did and was like, yep, these are fantastic games.
The writing in these games are absolutely phenomenal. They knock it out of the park every time. They're funny.
Every time.
They do.
If you just need a zany time and you don't want a game that's going to take itself too seriously but is a fun challenge at the same time, go play any of them. Blazing Sword, Merry Tunic, Insanity Tentacle, and Patchwork. Baba needs Speed, and Cthulhu needs... Insanity.
So, to clarify this, it is it is Christmas Eve the 31st. Basically, because Santa is gone, Christmas can't happen. So instead of it going to Christmas, it just becomes another Christmas Eve. So it's December 24th 1, December 24th 2. So we're on December 24th 31.
The 31st time we've been for Christmas Eve.
Yes.
It's a very Groundhog Day.
Except we're not in a loop, so there is that. We do actually get to do different things every day. What is this roll that you got, Crystal? I should have given her a piece of candy.
We found Gryla the Frost Giant here at the end of the cave, who is very interested in Baba Yaga. And pretty much just wants to eat Baba Yaga. We're going to take down, which they are, well, as you can see, very scary. They do heavy hitting attacks, even early on. And they just get scarier and scarier.
Not ready for that yet.
Yeah, the poor townspeople are hoping for Santa every single night. We still can't rescue him, can't track down where he's located.
Need a different roll on
like
all
at
of
this
you.
point, it's great because they've exhausted everything they can think of.
Still don't like the rolls that I got. Dear RNG, could we in fact not?
So we said it earlier on, but just to say it again in case anybody new showed up. Basically, all of the good moves that our characters have are not equipable by us. They show up randomly in one of our 3 slots, which re-rolls at the beginning of each fight and every time the character defends.
Yep, we're gonna be redoing this fight. Can tell you that now.
I think Baba
Power
can.
poison.
Baba, who is not a damage dealer, can pull it off. Or get one shot, whatever. It's the same thing.
Or just get deleted.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That is very scary.
When you're doing this fight on Sane, it's like, oh, okay. Sure, whatever. You do this fight, you get to Insane and you do this, and you're like, oh, my life is constantly in question. Got it. Jen. Do not use Dark Blast yet. No.
Yeah, let's go ahead and make Gryla do a little bit more damage. Everything can go great.
Wait, am I hyper? Ooh, I'm hyper. Need this.
Oh, that's something we haven't explained either. Hyper. So you see the green dots underneath the names. Every that many turns. So like now, for example, Cthulhu's hyper is glowing. On your hyper turn, most things just do more damage. There are a couple different abilities, like, for example, Crystal's Regen, instead of applying to one person, will apply to the whole party. So there are certain things that you do try to actually hit on a hyper turn specifically, and everyone's hyper turns are a little bit different. So there is a lot of that kind of trying to do timing mixed with the RNG of I'm being hit this hard, but also I'm hyper, but also I've got this much chicken power, but also we've had this many turns in the game, so my Unite power is pretty strict. You have to really just kind of blend it all together, which makes it for just such a very RNG time. It brings a lot of the fun in it. If you enjoy RNG fun. Doing good, doing good.
I need to get chicken up. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work for me, but it was worth trying. Need chicken up. Chicken up, need chicken up, need chicken up.
We need more chicken. Which could be worth mentioning that chicken power also does go, I believe, above 100%. You can get up to, I think, 300%?
I thought it was 200.
Is it 200? Okay. I can't remember if it was 200 or 300.
This doesn't help me any, but I think we're due for a speed up to maintain it.
160 health to go.
Close to willing to insane.
Yeah, chicken up, maybe not the best soda this time of year, it's true. The only game too, you're right here, I need chicken up. More chicken, I need more chicken.
I don't have much of a choice.
Yeah.
That damage.
Because this is our challenge here, is she's particularly weak to dark attacks, and so you really just want to wail on her with insane attacks, but it is that risk. Ooh. Casually, I want to say this game takes you about 5-6 hours. Actually, I'm trying to double check, but it's a nice afternoon game. Yeah, about 6 hours. 6, 7.5, yeah. It's really just beautiful for this time of year. It's a quick little pickup, cheap, and get it done in a full game day.
I see what I did. It's okay. This will be fine. Maybe.
So boss HP, when you're looking at it, it's whenever you go to attack, you can see it about middle of the screen as we're rapidly clicking through it. Little HP right in the center. That's where it's a little hard to get the grass. You see it flying by really, really quickly. It's one thing that's nice too in this game though, is that you can plan it out. It even tells you the boss's weaknesses when you're clicking on an enemy too.
But it doesn't tell you when they flip, is the good thing to note. I don't think it does anyway.
I thought it did.
Questioning my everything right now.
Okay. So is Baba. Baba's questioning things.
Yeah, but that's a heavy hitting attack that I was hoping to use here shortly that's gone, and that's all of our speed gone. This is fine. I have compared this run so many times to the "This Is Fine" dog sitting there in the flames, and it's very. I just feel very accurate because you don't know what the game's going to throw at you next. Even knowing all of the information that I know, I do not know what's about to happen.
We're still doing all right. Hanging in. Only 6k health to go. That didn't help things. You know what? I'm going to stop telling you that things are fine. I'm going to stop saying that. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you.
This is the cursed I believe in you, I don't believe in you energy that I've seen.
So I would say, like, I believe in you.
Stop
Okay, I
believing in
believe in
me.
you a little less.
All right, I don't believe in you. You're not
Thanks.
gonna do it. Got you.
This is definitely not the one I, for one, look forward to having to do.
When I was first, I will say when I was first routing this was the fight that I got caught up on a lot. This is probably actually the worst fight in the entire run. It's this one.
From my watching, it's always felt like the worst. It is just everything is great, everything is fine, and then she just gets the scent of blood and she just decides to start doing her double attacks and starts just mowing through party members.
And there's some items that we can get literally right after this that make a lot of the other fights just so much easier. And a lot of other things, but it's like you get to this fight and it's like, yep, this is pain. This is what pain feels like. Like that. That is what pain feels like. I needed to chicken up. Need chicken power.
Go, gadget chicken.
Chicken power. I have a bad idea that I'm gonna try.
I like this plan. I'm not going to say I believe in you because we've seen what happens when I do.
I firmly do not believe in you.
Exactly.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. All right.
We can start taking bets on how quickly it's going to go wrong.
All right. That's what I wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
That did work exactly the way I was hoping it would work.
And what you are seeing there is it's the unite power of Cthulhu combining with Baba Yaga. It's a very, very heavy-hitting, dark, single target attack that relies also on chicken power as well. So between hyper, chicken power turns, you can make it hit real hard.
Okay.
Oh, there's the double. Poor K. And still just hits so hard.
Can we just ban her from this game completely?
If you're suggesting we try to find a way to skip it, I mean, yeah, we can try.
I don't think you're gonna find a way to skip
walk.
it.
We spawn in the caves, we'll just walk backwards and go somewhere else.
Yeah, you just leave.
We know where the game ends. Let's just walk to the final area.
Honestly, if I ever put out a bounty that was like, hey, glitch hunters, go find this, it would be to skip this fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I'm not a game programmer, but I would assume anything that was used to skip this, unless it was incredibly convoluted in the map itself, would then just be able to be used to skip all the bosses, which I would, I'll take a 2-minute speedrun.
The problem is,
save Christmas. We've spawned in, and hey, we saved Christmas.
If you think about that last fight, though, I don't know if I would want to go into that with the low level you would be having skipped all of the everything.
No, it's fine. You get the OP items. It's totally fine.
I don't know if that's enough.
Actually, because if you skip all the town levels, you get none of the OP items. So you wouldn't have Hyperizer, you wouldn't have Shield Breaker, you wouldn't have Cat Ears or Manga.
No.
Also,
we don't even
actually,
use Manga in this. I don't think we get Manga. Manga is scary, and I don't want to touch it.
That is a Saint only.
Also, now that I think of it, the stuff at the end of the game is only OP because of Gentle Rain, and if you're level 1, you don't have Gentle Rain.
You're catching on to my point here where I'm going, I don't know if I would want to skip everything like that. I just want to skip her.
But Gentle Rain is an ability we're going to get later for Crystal that allows us to heal the entire party. And we can get it to where it's reusable to heal the entire party every single turn, which you might also again sound like, well, that makes the run really easy. Yeah, until you get one shot.
I should have sped.
I don't think we get overpriced. Well, I mean, your run's different than mine, but...
No, we do not get overpriced candy. Sorry, now that I processed the statement. I'm doing math in my head at the same time, so
we should just start saying numbers.
Not anymore. I've done the math.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh.
All right, I'll wait to help.
We can just get on like random jingles in your head. Then $5 foot
long.
No, this is an American. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think anybody knows what's going on anymore. All right, Baba.
As far as if you retry a fight, I believe it's still every time randomized, so you won't get like the same abilities if you rest, say turn 3. No, it's completely randomized, so every retry is completely different.
Yup.
So you can't like plan it out. Yeah, to my knowledge, there's no way to manipulate the RNG or anything like that to get the abilities that we want now. It's just set to just random roll every time. Who knows what it's going to be.
Pain and suffering. I can tell you that is what it will be. Honestly, she has not taken me this many tries in a very long time, and I'm very sorry, everyone.
I mean, you were just getting messed up on RNG. Like, you're just getting bad rolls. It's unfortunate.
Of Cthulhu Saves Christmas.
I mean, that's part of why I like this category is because you get to see how all of that actually really does play into the way the game is designed. But the other side of it is occasionally it does look like this. All right. But he's going to be fine for a turn.
This is why I always say Gryla for me is just the run killer. It's just ouch. It's just pain. It's just out of nowhere she says enough is enough and decides to eat everyone.
Grab this. That. One of those. Please, less of that. This. I think I can get away with no regen this type of round.
Yeah. It's looking good. I hope I didn't curse things, but it's looking solid.
What have you done? You believed. You can't do it.
You'll never make it.
Anybody without context, I just look like a really bad person.
Welcome to Hotfix. Merry Christmas. You'll never make it. You'll never amount to anything.
Can't beat this battle. You can't beat this run. I invited you here so I could make fun of you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh. It's looking good though. 3k health. And we've got insanity going, so it's gonna be heavy hitting. Yeah, it's looking good.
Oh.
At 1400 HP. About 1,000. Oh yeah, you've got this easy.
I like how you say that just in time for
Of course. Oh, I expected it.
Bell to go down.
I fully expected it.
Oh goodness
there
gracious.
We go. Gryla down. Well, no,
We're
it's just a
moving
walk in the
on.
park.
Honestly, like everything else is easy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Look at the best scenes.
I don't know if that jinxes it even more or not.
Nope.
Yeah.
Literally, that is the worst fight. Is Gryla. Everything else, yeah, I'm fine. As long as I don't, mess up a menu. So at this point, it's not the RNG, it's me.
You get the best town segments there too. The expeditions very much make fun of tactics constantly. It's like, we set out. I got a good feeling. It's always fantastic.
Tactics.
Cthulhu
Best game
decides
ever.
I love tactics so much. It's so good. Then
If you-
Cthulhu playing hockey.
If you like Final Fantasy Tactics, you might be interested to know that Final Fantasy Tactics will be on the GDQ HOTFIX tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Yep. Run by.
I know where I will be.
It's Casa.
Oh, I didn't realize Casa was doing that. Heck yeah. It'll be great.
Heck yeah.
You guys should all come out and support Tactics and my buddy Casa.
On our Boxing Day special. Because there's boxes on the ground. That's how I'm justifying having Tactics on it.
Perfect. So, story-wise, at this point, we realize now that actually Krampus is the one behind everything. So Krampus was not going to be helping us. Krampus is, in fact, kidnapped Santa. So we have to head to Yggdrasil. Only it's Tenenbaum now. The Christmas World Tree. Like Yggdrasil, just a little bit more Christmassy.
Got caught on a random candy cane.
Which I believe this is yet another one of it's a reused map that they then
They're all
put
reused
Christmas
maps.
decorations on, which is great.
So when they made this game, they had just done Cosmic Star Heroine, which is another fantastic game. There's no bad game from them. But they put a lot into Cosmic Star Heroine. So when they were working on this one, there's a lot of reused assets. The map designs, and some of the battle systems and various things. I mean, they made it very unique for this game, and this game still has all of the unique flavor that you would be hoping for, but it's a lot of reused assets. And you can get caught on the tiniest things. Don't mind me complaining about every little rock and candy cane and
I run into these too.
Mm-hmm.
this chest that I totally haven't forgotten 100 times over. We're not talking about it.
The truck going, where is this art?
My biggest issue with speedrunning this game after adding the macro is that it is really hard You can't just go, I'm gonna do Cthulhu Saves Christmas, and then I'm gonna do Cosmic Star Heroine, and then I'm gonna do This Way Madness Lies, because the moves have the same icon, but they're different.
Oh yeah, it's been messing me up working on This Way Madness Lies. I gotta fix my notes, because this says that I'm replacing Wrap, and I'm actually replacing Mistletoe, but, details.
That was...
We haven't... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, if we hadn't explained it, those were the maps where or the menus where we're setting up our abilities that we're guaranteed to get in these fights. Yes, we are skipping random encounters. Go ahead, what were you going to say?
I don't remember why, but I was like doing a speed run or practicing speedruns or something between like Cosmic Star Heroine and then this game, and it was just like, this should have worked and it didn't. Why didn't this work? Oh, because this isn't the move I want it to be.
Yeah, I feel that. There's been a few times with This Way Madness Lies, and I go, oh yeah, this would be perfect. Nope. That did not do that.
If it was the thing I thought it was.
Exactly. And also the fact that This Way Madness Lies, the poison doesn't kill, but you've seen it here a few times. Poison will help us out a lot here. Yeah. Sorry, math is a thing in this game sometimes, and it's not like your standard math. It's sometimes the risk reward kind of math.
Being asked on how many people made this game, just
2.
I'm right, yeah, just 2.
I think they.
God.
If it's the Zebwood Games as a company, it's 2. They do some contract work with other musicians and stuff.
I'm not sure if that's 100% true anymore, because I feel like they just hired the music person they were working with.
So they finally. I think that when this one came out, this one came out, it was still just 2.
Yeah. So but they have.
They might have hired him with This Way Madness Lies.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It's 2, maybe 3. The third one is either an employee or a contractor, but they've got one person doing music, and then the other 2 do the rest. I believe it's story programming on one and art on the other. But
that sounds right.
Yes. Yeah.
You can go to the individual Twitter profiles, and they list exactly what they do. They're also, I would like to I'll give a quick shout out to them while we're talking about them. They're extremely active with their community. They have a community Discord that both devs are very present and chatting. They've been extremely supportive every time I've mentioned that this run is somewhere. You really couldn't ask for more interaction from the dev team with the community. Yes. Yes, it is time. See if I can get something decent from everybody. Yep.
Almost got it.
Yeah, that's it.
We've taken down Krampus.
And that's the end, right?
If only he's been joined by...
Good luck. Good luck.
Krampus has been working with... That's the one. That is, yeah. Yar.
Have fun.
Nyar Flim Tap.
Oh, it's great when it's not me having to do it.
No, I always laugh every time. Like every time I just say it worse. Like it's so Nyar the top. There you go. Thank you. Right. Perfect. Yeah. That is, yep, exactly right there.
Why not?
I'm gonna see if I can type it from my notes. Yep, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good old Nyarlathotep.
That.
Yes.
It's actually surprisingly a lot easier when you can read it, which I never read it when I try to say it. I'm just like, I don't know. There's a Y in there and an N.
Who needs letters anyway? We're just using as many and as few as we feel like at any given time. That's not what I meant to do.
Easily a solid 250 points in Scrabble. If only we could put that many letters down.
All right, I know what I'm gonna do. I know how I'm gonna fix this.
Is there a way to make that Scrabble playable?
No.
What if I cheat?
That's what I'm saying. We just need to have like 12-letter Scrabble. Scrabble for the old gods.
Well, so it's like you just play like anime Scrabble, where like you put so much pressure on the lettering, you rub it off, and it becomes a blank tile. So you just have a hand of blanks, which I still don't think is enough. But
no, you just gotta will it. Anime Scrabble win. Yeah, my gosh, he's played more letters. I didn't know this was a thing. Genius.
This is a risk. This is a risk. This is a risk.
Yugi, no!
Risk is paying off. I think. Yes.
Essentially, with our fight, though, yeah, we have Krampus. We now have Nyarlathotep, who's joined on in. It's honestly, it's basically take the same fight you had. Okay, now add an extra combatant. So it gets a little scary, but it's roughly kind of the same sort of fight. AOEing where you can and whittling one down. Trust in the heart of the tile bag. Believe in yourself, Yugi. No, Grandpa.
Want a different ability that I'm not getting.
Right, so there you're seeing Gentle Rain, which can heal the whole party, which is nice that we have that now. Like 8k HP? Oh yeah. 7k on the left. Still 10k on the right. Ooh. In comes the double hit combo.
This is fine.
That's where it gets scary. When they work together, it gets real scary. So yeah, we did finish Gryla, but it's the fights still get a little.
It's nowhere near as bad as Gryla, but yes, it is still a little scary. I have a plan. About that plan.
Was that part of the plan? Oh.
Was the plan using Cthulhu Apocalypse? Because I've got some bad news. I feel like this is I don't want to talk about it moment.
Yeah.
Use a Phoenix
Used. Oh, it's so easy. You know, it's kind of shocking that isn't an item you can find through the expeditions. I'm finding a Phoenix sound in the expeditions.
There is a item in the game that allows you to pick somebody back up.
Don't remember where it is at all.
I'm, of course, talking about this while I'm in the middle of this. I have a spreadsheet of like all of the notes of like every item, where it's found, and what it does. Yes, I have done that particular level of research into this game. It's required if you're going to try to route anything other than sane.
So
I'm actually still alive.
Just gonna throw this out there for the difference in preparation between a sane percent and an insane percent speedrun. Alfina's got all of that. I have a Word doc that I'm pretty sure has typos and wrong moves on it and is just not up to date.
No, that's why I made that new one that still has issues.
Actually, I think I'm pretty sure I've updated it since then, so at least the moves are correct.
Yeah, but it does tell you to equip an item, but it never tells you to pick up the item. All right, well, we got that far.
That's close.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Just pick the item up, Fivehead.
The infamous tornado pestle. Tornado pestle. What tornado pestle? What do you mean tornado? Where?
It never mentions to pick it up, but it's in there to equip.
I feel like this has been a conversation between you two before.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like I've been flamed before and I haven't known about it.
You have never been blamed. I can promise you that you, in fact, are not ever the name that comes up about the tornado pestle.
No. It is me definitely
you?
looking
Did you
through.
forget to write it?
It is definitely in my guide that it doesn't exist. So,
Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure I did that.
Went through the game looking, it's like, okay, did I find this? And then equip tornado. Yeah, Alfina, where's the tornado pestle? Oh yeah, it's on the
Now I know, because I have, this was before I did the item analysis too. So at that point, I didn't know. Now I have a list that tells me where it is. I still haven't gone back and fixed it in the guide. It is
3 of the second area, right?
It's in the last zone.
The last zone.
In one of the chests.
Is it the last zone? What's in the second?
Yeah, because you're equipping it in the final menu.
Yeah. It's Baba Yaga's final weapon.
Oh, we're talking about... What am I thinking of then? I'm thinking of a pestle too.
I don't know what you're thinking about. There's also in my notes for insane. No lie. It does have a star next to the mistress because I have no idea where I get it. I need to go back and figure that out and fix my notes. But I have no idea where I get it, and I just say, if you happen to have it, please use it. If you somehow don't have it, you move on.
Isn't misaddressed the chest right before this?
I don't. I'm just telling you, like, half the time I don't have it.
Oh, I think that's true.
I'm just pointing out that. Look.
I get you. I'm just. Oh, you know, it'd be funny if I don't even have the notes. That'd be hilarious. That wouldn't be hilarious at all, actually. This one? Nope, this is yours.
Are you looking at my guide?
I'm trying to find mine.
Oh. Yeah, I can't help you with that.
Ooh.
At least the music for this game is amazing. So as we continue doing all this, you get to enjoy the beautiful music here.
Oh, you know what the problem is? It's the worst. It's not even a Google Docs. I think it's an open Office doc.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, that's the thing that you sent me when I first asked you about this game.
Yeah, it's just straight up on my laptop. I think I don't even think it's on the internet.
It was. God. There's a reason I wrote a guide.
Look, I was better for this way Madness Lies.
Yes. And even that I've need to polish up.
Yeah,
Look, I couldn't be
priceless.
perfect. I couldn't be perfect. I had a week.
My favorite thing with the whole Tornado Pestle was literally I popped in on a friend like last night who was wrapping up this game, and as I popped in to say hi to them, they found the Tornado Pestle. I was like, hey, there it is. We found it. It was great.
All right, we're getting in a decent spot on both of them. That I'll be able to do some shenanigans here shortly.
Yeah. HP scary. Oh. Doreen helping out. Ooh, 200% chicken.
Oh, actually, no. I don't even tell you to pick things up in my notes. My notes are for Cthulhu are actually just god awful. It's like legitimately probably 18 lines. There is a line for the battle moves, and then a line for the menu before the battle. It doesn't say anything about picking things up.
And everybody wonders why I took it upon myself to write a guide.
I never once wondered that, actually.
There's been a lot of people like, you weren't the first runner. And I'm like, no, because I always go, yeah, I got these strats from church. And they're like, so then why did you write a guide? It was a necessity.
Okay, what's a guide? Look, it's look. When I was here, there was nobody else. What did I need? I needed the moves. I needed the menus.
Yep, because I remember now. I was digging through your notes that you for that, and like going, where did I find? All right, and I was spending a lot of time just going, where was this item? And having to like open every chest and go, okay, well that's that chest.
Practically a note scribbled on a napkin of just go fast.
You're not wrong. All right, we're gonna recharge so that maybe I can get a couple specific abilities. I hate that I'm taunting up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he could take the hits though. At the moment, at least. Poison should be one down. Yep. There we go. $1,700 HP. Down to about 1,000. $324. There we go. All right. Well,
Santa was saved, but it's still
Christmas
not
Eve.
Christmas Day.
Don't get it.
We've done everything we should do. Why is it still Christmas Eve? Roaming around town. Baba Yaga's chicken house is complete and lays eggs. You could be mobile and have breakfast.
I just wanted to pause on that screen right there for just a second. It's my favorite one of all of them. I don't know what day it is.
And so at this point, we've started realizing what could possibly be going on. How could this be happening? How is it we've managed to save Santa and yet it's still not Christmas? I mean, interrupt.
I was just saying, now we're in Cosmic Star Heroine.
So the realization comes across, well, who has the ability to control time? It's the ghost of Christmas future. And thus all is revealed. So now we are seeing the desolate future that is the future with no Christmas. Now we're making our way to the final encounters.
By the way, the notes for what chess to pick up here is yes. I'm not even making it up. That is exactly what my notes say. Chess, yes.
I think I skip one insane? Maybe?
I don't even know.
Yeah, this area is just kind of like, here's all the good gear. EOP
you
now.
can need to save Christmas.
Because you're gonna need it on the harder difficulties.
Oh gosh, absolutely.
Gentle Rain is like... Go ahead.
I was like, one of these items is just so that we can use Gentle Rain on repeat.
Insane. It's like, maybe if you need it, it's there, I guess, kinda.
No.
The thing we can always look forward to is being the final fight. At least it's better than Kryla, right?
Sadly, actually, it is.
That it is, but
it really is.
Now we equip all the things. I still love it, honestly. Love that Crystal gets the apocalypse cloak. Like, that doesn't seem like something you should have.
Piercing strike.
Well, without Christmas, it is the apocalypse, so, it makes sense, right?
There it is.
Now we have all of our previous bosses coming back, which includes the cat that heals, poison being inflicted on us constantly by the Mouse King, Mary Lude's vulnerability, and we have to have our showdown with the ghost of Christmas future, which is this another nice little fun part where the narrator really is their own character, because even then you start trying to take swings at Ghost of Christmas future before the fight, and you can't because he knows all of your attacks before they happen. So the narrator then decides to step in and basically blind him by assaulting him with every future vision at the exact same time so that you can actually fight the boss. That's making the narrator their own character that jumps in and helps save Christmas as well. It's priceless.
See you, cat.
Oh, it's just a cat. What's the worst thing it'll do? What's the worst thing it does? Heal everybody?
Heal everybody constantly. Is Baba hyper yet?
Next.
If Baba makes it.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh. I need to guarantee Baba's still alive.
There you go.
Because it is speed time.
At least at this part of the game, you don't need to think what Crystal's gonna do.
Well, you get to do a couple things with Crystal, like early in this fight, and then now it's basically just spam one ability. I kind of need you gone.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I don't go for you next, but you're causing problems today.
We've gotten the cat taken care of. No more healing. Yeah, the Mouse King over there that is constantly inflicting poison on our party members. And this will be our last fight in the game.
Yes. So time is coming up in a few. I'll give you a better time countdown when there's one enemy left.
Yep.
Time will be coming up soon, after a very long fight.
Yeah, after prolonged whittling down of HP.
We've got a few minutes.
Yeah, we got some
We still have
time.
minutes. Don't. When there's one enemy left, then you're like, oh, okay, it's almost there. There's still more than one enemy left. We got time. Oh, Crystal.
It's scary.
Sweetie.
My life is slipping away from me. Help me, Yugi.
Oh, right.
Oh, goodness gracious. Now let's make sure speed's still up. No. Nope. I thought about that move and then I read it completely and I went, nope, not quite.
You sure about that one?
Oh, goodness
I love all the enemies
gracious.
to hit like a freight train.
There were a couple times when routing this that I was like, how bad could it really be if I use the manga? The answer is you don't want to know.
Which, correct me if
Don't
I'm wrong,
wanna
the
use
manga
it.
just inflicts insanity
on everything.
Oh, that's right, everything, yeah. Which is great on the Sane run, because then you just make everything take more damage right off the bat, and you can take the hits.
Yeah.
Here, not so much.
There were a couple times I was like, it can't be that bad. It can be that
Mouse
bad.
King should be dead then.
Yeah. So I'm moving damage over.
There he goes. That'll be a nice little helper.
Yeah, I need chicken power, I think, with where we're at.
Just don't die. Like, that's, I don't know what the problem is.
Just healing rainforest. Turgidor, excuse me. Oh, that's a nice hit on all of them. While we have less enemies, we are still dealing with the enemies are slowly hitting harder. So it does still get a little scary.
But we got rid of some key enemies in this whole process. There was a method to the madness of the order in which everybody got eliminated. Yes, I can do this. But I can do this.
200% chicken power. Freaking overwhelming.
That. Do this.
Yeah. 1200 on Mary Lude. About 800. 400 or so. Ooh, big hit.
All right, so now we've got one enemy left. We're getting right up at the end.
7500 HP, down about 6900. 6. About 6K.
Didn't stop to look.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep it up and do the math as quick as I can, or shorthand math. I have to do 500, now 5,000.
The person with the math degree is doing the math.
Sorry.
We're at 5K, so we can insane.
4,500. About 4K-ish.
I meant to do something else, but this is fine.
I didn't catch a glimpse. Oh, 2,500, so 2K. 18 or so. Charmed even. Ooh, 7K on himself. Well, like, what, 1,000 HP? We should be real close.
There it is.
There you go, time.
Oh. And now finally we get actual Christmas.
Christmas is the same for everyone.
Probably.
We won. Strike that. I won.
Hooray, Christmas.
There you go.
It's
It is now
Christmas.
Christmas.
That's beautiful. GG.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run. I had fun.
If you'd like to run Cthulhu Saves Christmas, whether we want to talk about the sane run or we want to talk about the insane run, I am always a valuable resource and happy to help people out. There is a sane percent guide that you've heard us talk about on the speedrun.com page. It will tell you where to find everything but tornado pestle. But that guide will get you through all of the basics. I walk you through step by step so that everybody can finish that. If you're interested in going into the insane run, just get with me. I will get you my notes. They're not as handholdy as the beginner guide that exists. So there's a little bit of knowledge kind of required. But I know Church posted the Discord stuff. Yeah. You can always find me on Discord. You can also always find me on Twitter. And of course at twitch.tv/Alfina. Oh. Thank you again, Church and Ash.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, both of you. Thank you so much for being here. I love this game. Thank you so much for showing it off. I did post the Dev Discord and the Speedrun Discord. If you have any questions, you can ask either of us. One of us has better notes than the other, though, so I mean, take that with a grain of salt.
Oh my god.
I was actually not flaming you. Your notes are way better than mine. You just miss one item. I don't even list the item. I just tell you to equip it. That's.
Let me see if I can send you this thing.
Like, there is no flame at you for that tornado pestle thing. My notes, I have 18 lines. I'm pretty sure there's less than 500 letters in my route, okay? Like, think you're good there.
Right. Yeah, if you want to look at the research that I've done, there you go, Church. Enjoy that document.
It's more than 18 lines, so way more than me. Which just goes to show you how difficult insane is compared to sane. Because I'm like, I did the run, I'll figure it out. And you're like, I need to look into the game code. So yeah.
Oh, what's the truth?
What's that?
Oh, I was saying it's the truth. Sane run is like, oh, this isn't too bad. Oh, it's great. I have a fun time. Oh, I missed that. Ah, it's fine. I'll manage it. Insane is like, why do you hate me?
And the sane run is like, I screwed up half my route, whatever, I lose 20 seconds, move on, beat the fight. Insane is like, I didn't roll the move I wanted 12 times in a row. Guess I'll just die.
And what do you guys think Raving's gonna be like when I get that done?
Oh, I know, right?
Good luck. I'll let you know if it happens. I mean, you'll get there. I think you might have to fight a lot of extra fights.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I've got to do some more analysis before I'm done with that.
Well, I'm sure the three of us could talk about this game forever, so I'm gonna cut us off here. It is still the holidays, and I'm sure everybody here on call and at home has other things they'd like to do. So, thank you both again so much for being here. The three of us will be here in about a week for This Way Madness Live. So, if you liked whatever just happened here, come back for that.
It'll be fun. I'm excited.
It will be fun.
I am super excited.
Tomorrow, we do have, so obviously this is the end of our show for tonight. Tomorrow, we do have our Boxing Day special, like I alluded to earlier, which is going to be Final Fantasy Tactics, because there's boxes on the ground. That starts at 7 p.m. It'll be a blast, so be sure to come check that out. We're going to take a few minute break here while we look for a raid target. So if you aren't, you don't have other holiday plans for the evening, it would be awesome if you could stick around and cheer on another speedrunner doing some speedruns. Have a great night, everybody. Take care. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody.